Why do I look so weird? What is... Hi. Hi, friends. All right, give me just a second. April. Oh, I'm too excited. I'm so excited. I just scarfed down my dinner. Hi, Michelle. All right. Ooh. And then we're gonna do Diosa.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
April. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm tired.
You got your meds though. Like I was so relieved to see your post.
Oh my gosh, yes, it was a good day.
I was stressing for you because
Look at you, ladies. You're so beautiful. Oh,
that looks so good.
Hello.
I love it.
Yay.
Hi. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
I've got 2 Coke Zeros on the.
Oh,
Ready to go.
I just filled up my Stanley.
I should have.
Hi.
Hey.
I didn't even see you come. Hi, ladies. We'll give a few more people time to come in. And just so you know, so we're going to start with introductions. We're going to go clockwise. And Ariel and I are going to take turns answering the questions. I know I sent this all in a message, but I'm just saying it again. And so when I ask, we'll go clockwise, which is now Lindsay, April, Sabrina, Michelle, and then Ariel. And then when she asks, we'll go clockwise from that.
Sounds good.
Got it.
Awesome. We'll give another minute or two.
I really need to grab. I'm gonna grab some snacks because I tried to eat dinner and it just wasn't happening today.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand.
I think
This depression is strong right now.
Yeah, today's also shot day, so.
Kylie asked if she should be a mod, if we need a mod. I don't know if we do. Just letting you know.
Okay. We should have a few in here already. But yeah, why not? Can't have too many. You never know what crazy person gonna pop in.
I've had the crazy today. I haven't had that in a
Oh, I
while.
saw your video.
What is up with your posts? Like people are going nuts.
I was due for it, so it's my time.
Did something else happen? I saw the one that said, do you need to be up on that high of a dose or should you go down? Was there someone else?
There's a bunch of comments that are like,
gotcha.
yeah,
Saying that
use, yeah,
she hit her goal, so she just needs to like. Does she really need to lose more? It's like,
yeah,
leave her alone.
Yeah.
Well,
April, is that your husband in here?
yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I saw the little picture and I was like, I think that's you.
How are you doing with your aligners? Are you doing okay?
I have all this wax on top because it keeps giving me sores, and then I have this like lisp, so this is super fun.
Right.
That's awesome.
Annie.
I did aligners. I did the bite system though, a little bit different, but
That's what I did.
Yeah. Nice. So ladies, we're gonna start.
Probably should put.
I am Candace. I'm just gonna say a quick thing. I'm Candace. I've been on MJ 16 weeks, and I'm down 20.2 pounds. So yeah. Thank you. And then there's Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I've been on Mounjaro for 32 weeks. I'm down 94.6 as of this morning on Mounjaro and 121 total.
That's exciting.
And this is April.
Yeah, so I'm April. I've been on Mounjaro this is my 36th week I just started, and I'm down 85 pounds today.
Wow. You ladies are awesome.
There's Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I've been on Manjaro since September 20th, and I'm down 47 pounds.
Yay.
Yay.
That's
And that's Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I've been on Mount Jaro since July 8th, and as of today, I've lost 55 pounds.
Woohoo!
Hi, my name is Ariel. I've been on Manjaro since September 30th, and as of today, I've lost 38.4 pounds on Manjaro and 58.4 total.
And sorry, I forgot to say this is Ariel. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. There's no like right why we do that. But yeah, we have a list of questions that we printed out, and I'll start with the first question. And so it'll go to Lindsay. So Lindsay, what prompted you or motivated you to start documenting your journey, dear?
So for me, I hadn't even heard of Mount Jaro when I started, because I started at the very, very beginning of July. So my doctor had told me that I had hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, and along with my PCOS. So I was like, oh, I have hypothyroidism. That's a big deal. I didn't even like focus on the insulin resistance. Sorry, I have a fuzz. Anyway, so I was like, cool. So I posted this video that was like, I don't know if I want to share my journey or not. I don't know if I'll even post this video. I don't know if I should share, but this is what my doctor told me, and this is what I'm about to do. And I think a little bit of me was hesitant because I had posted so many times of, I'm going back to Weight Watchers, and I'm starting my Peloton again. And then it would stop working. And then I'd be like, well, now I don't want to post anymore about it because people are going to wonder, well, did she just stop losing weight? Did she stop trying? What is it? So I was really nervous to post about this. So then I posted my video, and a couple people were like, what is this? I've never heard of this. Oh my gosh. So I started posting a little bit more and came across April's video. And I was like, hey, there's another person on this medication on TikTok. And then I started looking at more people, and I'm seeing more videos, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll document this. So as I did, I noticed that it almost helped my confidence grow a little bit, just knowing that there was a community of people out there doing it and supporting each other, because I hadn't really had that in the past. So it was like, oh, hey, I'm actually like feeling good about myself, and this is working, and I'm happy, and these people are kind, and I'm meeting friends, and life is just kind of overall improving. And I think it's just overall helped me want to post more and more and help share with people my experiences and see other people's experiences.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Miss April?
So I didn't start sharing on TikTok until it was either my 7th or 8th week, because I started June 17th. I think it was prescribed like the week before that. So it was super, super new. I was only in a Facebook group, but in a Facebook group, it was like people would post stuff, and there wasn't a lot of interaction. I wanted to see actual people taking it, talking about it. Like I needed to see people's faces like in real time. So then I took to TikTok and just started looking. There was a handful of people on here already when I started to share. But it was more so since I started finding people, I was like, they're making videos. I need a place to kind of be able to look back on where I started. Like I can take all the pictures, I could document all the stats and stuff like that, but I would have actual videos saved somewhere of me talking, showing myself to go back and look at. So this was more to document for me, to have accountability, and then it turned into what it is now, where it's just this huge community of support that we have here.
I started my journey. I found Manjaro on TikTok, like I'm sure a lot of people did. I started it because I was diagnosed as like a pre-diabetic. My family has a history of it, and I've seen what it does to people, and I'm like, plus I have a neurological condition that I was also going through. It was just a lot. I'm like, okay, I need to take one of the factors out. But I started posting about it honestly because I didn't feel the need to. I saw all these awesome women. They were doing a fantastic job of, journaling people. I saw April, I saw Annie, both Annies. But my reason why I actually started posting was I started realizing like there's not a lot of people on here that look like me. Like y'all are awesome, but I'm like, what if there's like a cultural aspect to that? What if there are people who need it that look like me? But they're not doing it because they don't see creators talking about it. Like, will they trust this medication? And I'm like, holy crap, this could help so many people. Let me just add another face, right? Let me just add another face. And then that now the minority community has grown so much. And I love it because they find out about it. We all find out about it. One of Ariel's posts, she even like inspired me more to reach out to my own community so that they see it. I did a post and so many people are like, because of you, I found the medication. Because of you, I know about this. I would have never trusted it. But that's kind of what got me started.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll go next. So I had PCOS and I had never taken medication for it. I was diagnosed in the last 5 years and I was looking up metformin and different medications to take. I had also struggled with my weight for a really long time. And I just happened on an article about Mounjaro, immediately joined the Facebook group, which is what I do for everything in life when I have a new thing I'm interested in. I remember seeing April in the Facebook group before TikTok. And I was posting on TikTok at that point, just funny things. And I had this TikTok for a couple years and I came to TikTok like I always do to look for more information on the medication. And I remember seeing a post by the Weight Doc. And I think there was just one other creator at the time on TikTok talking about Mounjaro, and she's actually not on it anymore, which I think is kind of funny. But so I just made a post one day and started posting about it, and then that got more attention from there. But I think it was more of the same thing. I like coming to TikTok for information. I feel like I've learned so much from TikTok, and I was learning so much from the Facebook group about the savings card and how to use it. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe I should come here and share some of what I'm learning and all the things that I've navigated. And I like following weight loss accounts on here. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll do this and share it. And that's how I got started.
Awesome.
Love that. So I had a similar situation to Sabrina where I found Mounjaro through TikTok, actually through Cecilia from the weight room, mostly because I heard her story about her inflammation, like in her consistent inflammation, not knowing what it was from. And a similar situation of like being referred to an oncologist because nothing else was like kind of coming through. And that this was finally something that was working for her inflammation because of her PCOS and insulin resistance. But I am also a type 2 diabetic, so I have been on multiple other treatments for my diabetes and wasn't seeing a lot of great success for my glucose control, including Trulicity. So finding Mounjaro has been like a whole other piece. But so in addition to that, though, like how Sabrina mentioned, like when it comes to a cultural component to it, where there are a lot of people, including my own family, right? Because I come from a long line of diabetics, right? So even me talking to them about this medication, there's a lot of mistrust with like medical professionals and healthcare systems, and there's long-term history of abuse from healthcare, right? So it's showing like this is safe, this is progress, this is okay. Like these are the symptoms you're going to possibly see, but how you can do it. But also from another component of, I also wasn't seeing anybody who was my size or bigger. And I was seeing, individuals who are still like in the 200s, which is wonderful. But I was like, well, is it still an option for me? Because my heaviest weight was 350, right? My heaviest known weight, because I weighed a lot more than that at some point. I just refused to step on the scale. So my whole thing was like, okay, bringing that other piece to the visualization of like, this is also working for individuals who are 350 plus, and it is an option in addition to or in replacement of bariatric surgery. So those were other things that I wanted to be a part of that, plus also documenting it for myself. Really scared to post, honestly, because I'm an introvert. Don't really like chatting and sharing that stuff with people, but then the internet, I feel like it's changed. I feel, especially with this community, I feel safe so far, Mm-hmm. There are trolls, but for the most part, I'm like, I can just block you, and I'm happy to be able to do that now. So, yeah. Candace?
That's awesome. Yeah, so I started sharing my journey because, like Sabrina and you, I didn't see many people like me, right? So, of course, one of the first things I do when I'm looking into something new is I hashtag Black girl on Mounjaro, hashtag Black girl GLP-1. And so when I saw that, I came across Britt becoming her. It was like one of her first videos, and her husband was doing the voiceover. And I was like, oh, this is too funny. And then I think me and B uploaded around the same time. But I was like, I'm just going to do it. Like, there's not many Black women. Like, do they know that this is okay? And again, like you, culturally, African Americans have a harder time trusting the healthcare system. And so being that I was in clinical research for 10 and a half years and I had just come out of it, I was like, well, they don't understand like everything necessarily goes into the whole research aspect and trusting these people who are doing their job. And so because I saw a couple of people being like, oh, well, they could have lied. Like you're not going to lose that weight, or you don't know what you're injecting. And I'm like, yeah, we do. But okay. So I decided to go ahead and just share my journey to bring that aspect to it, but also to like show more Black women and more people of color, like it's okay to trust the healthcare system, and this is a medication that works, and there's laws and things put into place. And so just go ahead and go with it. So that was why I did. It wasn't even to look back on anything, because I'm like, I'm a person that took pictures all the time. Every week I was starting a new journey and I take a picture. Every week I did not do that. So in this case, it was just like, let's teach people about it. So yeah, that was me. Very simple.
Thank you, Candace. Okay, so our next question is, what has been your favorite and least favorite parts of seeing the GLP-1 TikTok community grow? So it could just be more than Mounjaro.
Ooh, so
Candace, you're up first.
I do that to myself. So I think, so my favorite part is just like the community and the family, right? So like, if we see somebody going after Michelle, we're like, you're not doing that. We see somebody go after April, it's like, nope. Like, we're here, we're taking this medication, get off my friend. Like, don't do that. Yeah. And so that's been my favorite part, is just the community that's been around, and the knowledge that's been spread, and the support, which has been so amazing. And I promise y'all, I'm not gonna cry today. But then like my least favorite part also is like, the more this comes, like the more trolls there are. Now, mind you, I get a kick out of trolls. I'm just that way. So if somebody accidentally call my phone and say something crazy, like I will keep them on the phone. That is just who I am as a person. But I think that's the downfall. And a lot of people are looking at this. That was cute. Are looking at this like it's an easy fix too. So that's one of the least favorite. They're like, oh, well, it's a medication. Like, I just need to lose 10 pounds. Like, even my best friend, I love her to death. She was like, I need to get this. I need to lose 10 pounds. And I'm like, that's not what this is for. So, you know, it comes with its perks, but, you know, they far outweigh the difficulties and the challenges that are presented to us. Yeah. Lindsay?
That's why we call you Clapback Candace, though.
So, I mean, obviously, let's be real. My favorite part of like the GLP-1 community grow is the support and group, like friends I've made with this. You know, it's just it's really weird to say that like all of a sudden you're friends with people on the internet because you were always told not to do that growing up. In chat rooms, your parents were like, do not lie about your age and don't talk to random people. But you know, here we are talking to random people, and I love it. It's fun. But I don't know, it's just, there's been such a growth in this community that's so supportive, and I don't know, there have been really, really bad days, and it may not be something on my post, but I'll go look at, you know, Michelle, I'll go look at Candace, and I look at your videos, and they make me want to cry. Like, I'm happy for you, and so therefore my bad day got a little bit better today because you're happy, and then I just feel like that radiates. So it's just like an all-around circle, constantly cycling of helping each other, build each other up, and getting happier with each other. And even through the hard times, it's kind of nice to just have somebody there through your hard times, somebody who gets it. My least favorite part is the stigma that's going around about it. I hate this whole like, oh, Ozempic face, you know. Kylie and I were talking with Sam, and we've decided that we have Mounjaro boobs because they're getting a little saggy. And you know what? Fine. Because we're healthy and we're happy, and my health is not going to make me want to stop doing this because of wrinkles. Like, I think it's just ridiculous that the stigma is going around. The media is putting it up as this stigma because of trolls, and the trolls are winning in certain areas because the media sees it as a way to project it. But that's my least favorite part. So I agree, trolls, it sucks, but you know, I think the support of the community makes up for the trolls.
Great.
April.
I was just laughing because Chrissy said flapjacks. She has flapjacks.
Mount
Mounjaro flapjacks. Love it. Same. No, my favorite thing, of course, is the community, and it has grown so much since I started. It is absolutely insane how much it's grown. And again, everybody is so supportive. And it's kind of like, that when you come here and you take Mounjaro, like everybody kind of scoops you up and like takes you in as their own. What was that?
That's so cool.
Right. So cool.
But like everybody scoops you up and takes you in. You're part of the Mounjaro community. Like I haven't yet to really find somebody that's within the community that has ill intentions or, you know what I mean, isn't supportive. For the most part, everybody is. My least favorite thing besides the trolls and the stigma is because this community, even if it's just the community or people that are taking Mounjaro that don't want to be part of our TikTok community, but share on here or talk about it, it's how quickly misinformation can spread. One little tiny thing that somebody takes as Bible, they make a video. Love it. They make a video and then it's viral and everybody's on it. And then everybody's asking everybody, is this true? Did you hear this? Did you hear this? And it's like, I feel like we all have to kind of backpedal and clear things up and get the correct information out and do a lot of educating and talking. And that's probably that's my least favorite. Because again, we're such a large community that it spreads like wildfire through tens of thousands of people really fast.
Very true.
Okay, so I think my answer to the least favorite and my favorite part of the community is actually the same answer. So it's knowledge. So I love that there's now, because of what we talk about and just like the Ozempic and the Wegovy's and the Mounjaros in general, I think there's so much information out there that people may know, including myself now, that they may not have, like the fact that obesity is a disease, like the fact that you may actually be one of those people out there who is heavy and you couldn't figure out why no matter what you did, you couldn't lose the weight. But now because of women on TikTok, you're like, wait a minute, maybe I have PCOS, or let me ask my doctor. Like that knowledge is like key. It is fire. Like that people have the knowledge now. Now, my least favorite part of the community is the knowledge. But for me, it's more of like the knowledge, like, so for anyone who started like Mounjaro or Saxenda or all the things, before you started it, you were kind of like in your little bubble of being maybe unhappy or whatever with your weight and your size and stuff like that. But like now that it's like working for you and stuff, the knowledge of how far you let yourself get, it's kind of hard. Like, because it's like you'll always know what it's like to be away from that point as you start coming away from it. Not necessarily being 100%, in your goal or whatever the case may be, but you also know where that place was and how, honestly, not well that was, how unhappy you may have been or how sick you may have been, even mentally, right? Because we all know it takes away the food noise, but it's like, wow, that food noise was severe. So that part of it is also kind of like sad for me. It's like, wow, for me personally, I let myself get that bad. But I only know that now because I'm in such a better place. So hopefully that's actually a motivating factor for most, is that knowledge that it brings with it is like a motivating factor to kind of keep on the good, the good habits and all those things. So again, answer to both is information and knowledge.
Nice. For me, I think number one, my most favorite aspect has obviously been the people. I mean, echoing what you guys are saying. I've really met some amazing people. And I think it's so funny because you kind of feel like you're unique in the world. And then by posting on TikTok, it's shown me that we're way more alike than we think. And I'll even post things I'm like, nobody's going to relate to this. Maybe a tiny percent of people will know what I'm talking about. And the amount of comments that I get that are like, oh my gosh, I'm the exact same. We're the same person. It blows me away. And I've also truly made some lifelong friends. I mean, I hope so. I feel like I truly have. And it's just so wild because was talking to Annie's Losing It the other day, and it was like, you know, other people don't bond over medications that they're taking. Like, there's not like blood pressure medications, families and groups. And I was like, it's so true. Like the fact that it's created this whole community, because it truly is an experience that you're going through. It's not, you're just, you know, taking a medication. It's definitely a journey. And as much as I think that's cheesy to say, it's a journey. I'd say the negative, or my least favorite aspect, has been one, I kind of echo what other people say about the disinformation. Things kind of go wild. The amount of messages I get, I'm sure you guys can relate, that are, I heard this. And I mean, still to this day, I get messages, even today, I heard there was insurance is no longer covering it unless you have diabetes. I'm like, it's such a generic thing to say. Like, what do you, like, it's just so funny that the messages I get from people, and I do my best to respond and I try to keep up, but there's only so much that I can do as one person. Also then just kind of the negative aspects. I think as we get closer to our goal weights, and I think we're starting to see it in the community, like with April today, we're going to also have that negative aspect of, what do you mean you're still on this medication? Don't you think you should go off it? Don't you think you should stop? So I haven't had to deal with that yet. But seeing as I want to be medicated or on this medication for a long time because of my PCOS, I don't know how I'm going to, you know, navigate that other side of it. And I'm starting to kind of see that negativity spread throughout. So, and it's coming from people that are on the medication as well. So that's probably my two, I would say.
That's good. Okay, so it's kind of hard being the last person, right? Because you're just like, ooh, everything's been said. But I think one of my favorite things is just being able to celebrate so many people and genuinely being happy for them. Like seeing how this medication has helped them regain their lives, regain some self-confidence for some people, and regaining, you know, their health back. Like I truly do get excited when I see somebody say, like, I've struggled to lose 20 pounds, you know, the last 10 years of my life. And I was able to do that in X amount of weeks because, you know, this medication's assisted me in that. And being able to truly be happy for them and their wins and to celebrate those, like that truly just like gets me going, gets me pumped to like come on here and be like, yes, okay. I repost a lot of people's stuff because I want more people to see it. And I'm happy for them. So the thing I don't like the most, and I know I'll probably get some hate for this, and it's fine because it's the truth, is sometimes a little bit of the entitlement that kind of comes in some of the lives. People wanting immediate, like I'm all about helping people, and I think that's what we are all trying to do, especially if we are taking the time out to do lives and to do the content, to do this. Like we're doing it genuinely to help and be supportive. But for some people, I'm like, hey, like, it's a little annoying and frustrated sometimes of like, so like the entitlement from some individuals that comes through, and you're just like, all right, cool. Like, I'm just going to ignore you at this point. So yeah. Sorry.
I get you.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Okay. It's like,
Awesome. So my next question, ladies, is what 3 lessons have you learned throughout this journey? It could be physical, mental, social media, relationships, etc.
I think my first one, the biggest thing for me has been body dysmorphia. I really struggle with that because I will buy stuff in a size going, I know I'm this size, I need to buy this size. I buy the size, and then it comes in the mail and I'm like, this is not going to fit on this body. I know this is not going to fit on this body. And then I put it on and it fits my body. But then I go wash it and I'm like, I put it in the dryer. It's definitely not going to fit on this body. I put it in the dryer. And so I pull it out and I'm like, nope, it shrunk. It's not going to fit up. And then it fits. And it's the weirdest thing to me because in my mind, I was like, I'm going to lose all this weight and I'm going to be so happy buying all these smaller clothes. And while I am, I second guess myself every time I do it. Every single time. There's never been one moment that I've bought a large leggings and been like, they're going to fit. Like, it was just like, it's always, they're not going to fit. I'm preparing myself. They're not going to fit. They're not going to fit so that I can be excited when they do fit. And I've really got to figure that out in my head because it messes with me at times. My second one, sorry, I should notes on my work phone because memory. Do not let anyone bring you down. Friends, family, trolls on TikTok, anybody. Do not let anybody bring you down in this journey because people will try. And if it's a troll and you don't want to deal with trolls, block them. Block them. Ignore them and block them. But don't let anybody, if you think that person's getting to you or hitting a nerve in the slightest, that's going to deter you from your journey, block them. It's not worth it. Shut them out. If it's a family member, shut them down. Be like, this is my life, my body, my journey. I'm doing what I need to do for me because I've heard it all and I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I have made this about me and I don't care what people have to say. So make sure you care about you. This is our chance to care about ourselves. We have put so many people ahead of us for so many years. This is our moment to focus on us. And that's what we're doing. Number 3, give yourself grace. So many times I'll see people on here that are like, I did it today. I ate a large McDonald's meal and I am so angry at myself. I can't believe I did it. I'm so mad. And I get frustration, vent your frustration, but also give yourself grace. It was time, move on, because this is a journey. This is a whole process. We're learning this as we go. And you can't get on yourself about every little thing because you'll just run yourself into the ground. Be proud of your accomplishments and just don't dwell on what you consider your mishaps. It's not a mishap. We all get over it. That is amazing. I love all of it. But just move on from your mishaps that you see as a mishap. Because the thing is, a lot of us don't,
I'm sorry.
a lot of us may not see you may see it as this massive mishap. And some of us may be like, well, I had Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Taco Bell today. Good for them for only having McDonald's. Because we all are going through it. We all have something. So just give yourself some grace. And on that note, April.
So I actually took notes as well. I have them on my computer. When I'm put on the spot, I can't remember what I wanted to say. So the first thing that I had for a lesson is right in line where you said body dysmorphia. I said mental health, including body dysmorphia, and recognizing that. That was a huge lesson for me. And as a lot of you guys know, have been following me for the past however long, I have struggled, and I've noticed that it probably correlates a lot with this entire process and taking this medicine, because with anxiety and depression, I ate food. And what was that? All these fun things. But now I don't turn to food anymore. So what's my new coping skill? What is my new coping skill for my anxiety, for my depression? Because I don't turn to that food anymore. So that stuff started to ramp back up again. And that's when I was like, okay, I need help. I've got to find a different way. I got to talk to somebody about this. So definitely had to check in with mental health. And then that tied in, I put body dysmorphia as an example, because that's also something that I still don't see myself as losing the weight that I've lost. And I'll look in the mirror and I'm like, oh yeah, I see myself from, last summer. That's who I see in the mirror. And then the same thing with clothes. I still go to the store and I know what size I wear. And sometimes I'll make videos and I'll celebrate a new size, but I still want to go look at those racks that are the larger sizes because I feel like, well, no, that's going to fit me better. And the same thing, when I wash it, it's going to shrink and I can't wear it anymore. So I need to get the bigger sizes. What in the world?
That's so cute.
Oh, squirrel. I'm distracted very easily. So that was number 1. Number 2 is the lesson that I learned, especially the more that we share and the more that we open up about these medications and treating obesity and treating the disease, is society is still incredibly fat phobic. Despite us actually hey, you want to complain that, say that it's a lack of willpower. We're lazy. We just need to go run. We need to put down the cheeseburgers. We got to do something about it and lose the weight and be healthy. And then when we finally do, it's not good enough for you. And we're doing it the wrong way. And we're stealing medication or we're taking the easy way out. What do you want us to do? We can't do it. We do it. You don't like it either way. And society has a lot to say about it. So I learned fat phobia is still very heavily prevalent, even though we now have something to treat the disease. But that's another soapbox. And then the third thing, which Matt helped me, he was like, this being on TikTok and sharing and doing all the stuff that you do has really helped your social anxiety. And I was like, you know what? It really has. Because I have really, really bad social anxiety, officially got the diagnosis 30 years later. And this is not something that I ever would have done before. Like, I don't like to talk on the phone to people. I don't like to FaceTime anybody. God forbid, like, if you do that, I'm not answering, and I'll just tell you I didn't feel good or I was working. But like, I don't like to be in person in groups or anything like that. But I'm very, very comfortable doing this now, which has helped me be a little more open in other situations outside of TikTok too. And it's like, even when I just go live and it's not a group of us here where I can see your faces, like, I feel like I'm talking to a group of friends every time I go live. Like, there's 300 friends there talking, and I'm super comfortable doing that, to where if I did see all of them in person in one big room, I could still stand there and talk to them all and not be scared or terrified or anything like that. This has really, really changed that for me.
Awesome.
Okay, so I did not take notes, though I looked at the questions, but I kind of wanted to do more like on the spot for me. So I hope I don't do the scrolling because all the cute things are very distracting to me right now. The one thing that stood out to me the most when I thought about one of the things I learned, and I hope I don't get too much grief for this, but it is something I've been thinking a lot about, and I just can't quite figure it out yet, was so I didn't feel like before, like, they say love yourself, you love your body, love, self-love, right? And that's very true. But I think there's like a fine line between, yes, loving yourself, big, small, tall, short, all the things, and not wanting to acknowledge there may be a problem there because that interferes with self-love. So that's kind of, for me, like when I think about that, it's kind of like a hard like line to teeter on. So I learned that self-love does not necessarily equate to accepting yourself at a point, small, skinny, big, whatever, that you probably shouldn't be at. You could be healthy, all your tests could come back normal, but in the end, there are certain things your body should not be taking on. It's not healthy in the long run. So that's something I've kind of really learned, because before I'm like, girl, love yourself, all good, and that's true. But also, like, let's work on ourselves at the same time. That's something that I definitely never really thought of as another aspect. Like, could that self-love, term, could that be hurting some people and not even realizing it? So that's something that I really started thinking a lot about once becoming into the Manjaro community. The other thing I loved, the other thing I learned was definitely giving yourself grace. So I was definitely like hard on myself and maybe a little bit more critical of situations or people around me, not necessarily with weight, but just like overall, because I'm kind of like a no BS kind of person. Like, this is what it is, just do it kind of situation. But changing, especially food, changing how you eat is extremely difficult, extremely difficult. Manjaro is super helpful in that aspect because it kind of, for most people, takes away that factor of it. We don't have to worry about that evil little voice, like, keep eating, eat the second cupcake, eat the third cupcake, eat all those things. So we get help with that. So giving myself grace in all aspects of life and with other people has definitely been a huge thing I've learned on Manjaro. And I can apply it overall, right? The other thing I learned, honestly, and I'm going to be super honest, was before I was watching y'all or, whoever, before I started posting, right? I was on Manjaro, I think for like 5 or 6 weeks before I started actually posting it. I was one of the people who had no idea that obesity was a like disease. I had absolutely no idea. I knew what PCOS was, obviously. I knew what diabetes was. I knew all those things, but I did not realize that obesity was diagnosed.
You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Obesity was diagnosed as a disease. I didn't know that. So that's like the third thing
Awesome. So a lot of similar things. I think the one that, and I made some notes. I did it on my piece of paper, but my the first one I noticed for me is I've always been kind of a modest person, and the idea that I would post a picture of like my bare stomach on the internet would have just absolutely mortified me. If you told me I would have done that for like my 1,000 Instagram followers, or who are like people I've known my whole life, I would have absolutely died. And for some reason, through this platform, it has given me a lot of confidence. And I started posting pictures of myself that I never thought I would on TikTok. And for some reason, it sort of took away the shame that I had with that, and the embarrassment, and whatever it is that thing, showing myself on the internet would have made me feel. It did the opposite effect. Like, it gave me so much confidence. And it's like this weird thing where I don't have any shame around it. And I was talking to a friend the other day who follows me here, and she's like, I can't believe you posted that video of you or that picture of you. Like, aren't you, and I mean, she was right. That's not something I would have done. And I was like, I don't know what it is, and I did a TikTok on this the other day as I was driving home. I was like, man, I feel really beautiful, and I don't feel, any shame about it. And I don't feel unattractive. And I don't know. I think that has something I've learned through this, as by putting myself out there. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. There's a llama. Okay. So that was a big one for me. The second one is sort of echoing a little bit what Sabrina was saying about learning about obesity being a disease. But I think that the biggest thing I learned was I always sort of blamed myself for my weight. I've been overweight almost my entire life, and it's something I've always struggled with. And I always felt like I must be doing something wrong. And, my mom and my sister were naturally thin, and we ate the same foods. And I always felt like, man, I must be eating more than them, or I must have something I can't, I don't know what it is. And through this process and sharing here and through other people, I've learned that this isn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And I don't think I ever really came to terms with that before. I think I always thought that I must have some sort of issue with food that I'm not fully realizing. I'd never really attribute it to genetics or a medical condition. And so it was that was a really freeing mental lesson that I had through this whole process. And then the third one really is just through interacting with people here. It's funny because I'll get some of these, like you guys talked about, some of these negative comments, or some of this, like, I'll get messages that are just like, help. And, things like that. It's a little overwhelming. And when I started responding back with kindness to some of these messages, or some people were just rude, and instead of snapping back, which sometimes I do, instead of snapping back, I would be patient and start and answer their question. And almost every single time I got a really beautiful response back, or really, like, they would sort of flip and they would go, oh, thank you so much. I really didn't think you were going to respond. And I think I felt this obligation in the beginning to, like, respond to everybody and be nice to everybody. But when people were mean in the beginning, it used to kind of offend me, or when people were demanding of my time or my energy, it took a lot out of me. But what I learned was that they are just reaching out, and they're looking for some sort of connection, and they're I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I think you know where I'm getting at. But just to kind of be patient with people, be kind. And oftentimes people aren't necessarily trying to be mean or trying to be aggressive. It's more that they're looking for just like a little connection. And so that, I don't know, through this process, that taught me that as well. And I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely get it. Like, for a lot of those people that do that, it's a panic, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I need help. And like, you're the first person that comes to mind. So they message you like in a panic, but they don't mean to be in a panic.
Yeah.
It's more like, I don't know where else to turn.
And I think sometimes they're like, maybe they don't realize that you're going to respond, or they leave comments like as if they're talking about you, not to you. And it's just really interesting sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It is. So I guess, am I next, or Ariel, go ahead and go next? You're over there now. You're over Lindsay.
I know. Sorry. So my 3 lessons are, the first one, it does have to come with, like, in that self-love vein. It's more of appreciate something about your body now and what it's doing for you now. and continue to build on that. Like, it doesn't have to be something big. It can be like, again, I'm happy that my body just allowed me to wake up today. And that's something that you love and appreciate. Then find something else. I'm happy that I was able to walk from here to there and that my body allowed me to do that. Especially as somebody who's been obese my entire life, you know, have been told that that's pretty much like a horrible thing, and that I'm ugly, and I'm ugly because I'm obese, right? So that's the only reason why. And I had that mentality for so long where I hated my body and I hated the way I looked and I hated XYZ. So it's taken a lot of time, a lot of years, a lot of therapy to finally get to a point where I'm like, I finally appreciate what I have right now. Yes, I can appreciate my body now and still be happy for the progress that I'm going to continue to make. And I say that pretty often in my lives because so many people think losing the weight is going to help you finally love your body, and it's not. You got to start working on the mental component now while you're in the journey, because it's not easy. It's also going to take time. It's also going to take work. It's something you're going to have to build on, just like the weight loss. So like, that's a whole piece for me. What else is there? When it comes to social media, so I'll say something separate, is be your genuine self. Like, there's people that we've seen in, you know, other niches of TikTok, but even sometimes here, it's like, be you. If once you're authentically you, you're going to have a great time. Because guess what? Then you don't have to pretend that you're somebody else. Then you don't have to, you know, keep up with the bullshit, to be perfectly honest. I'm a cusser. I'm sorry, guys. But a lot of it is just be you and have fun with it. That's really what it's about in the end. Like, be here for you, because the only one that cares about it is going to be you, to be honest. And when people see that, that's what they're attracted to. That's why so many of these women have so many followers, because they're authentically themselves. And we're so excited to see you. And we want to be around you because it's fun. So there's that. So anybody who's new into creation, or who's even been doing it for a long time, like, that's my one tidbit to you. What else? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I did not prep notes. I'm so sorry. I guess the only other thing that I consistently tell people, and it's a hot topic right now, is find out what you need to eat for your body in terms of calories and macros. Yes, you can see what somebody's doing for what I eat in a day, or yes, I can tell you how much I have, but that doesn't mean that's what you're going to eat. You need to talk to a dietitian. Call your insurance. Your insurance might be able to cover at least one visit. Call somebody. Talk to a dietitian. Figure that out, because it's very scary, some of the things that I've been seeing lately. And I'm like, please try. And even right now, I'm struggling today because today's shot day. But guess what? We're snacking. I got a core power. I'm still going to eat that food. I just don't know when. It's going to happen tonight, though. It's going to happen. So, yeah, those are my 3. Sorry, go ahead, Candace.
Yeah, no worries. I think one of the things I've learned from just being on social media, so I've never been like present on social media, like not even Facebook. Like, I post things here and there on Instagram. I post things here and there, but being here, like, it's so, like, I'm so into it, and I realize how many people are hurting. And when I say hurting, like, for them to come on someone they don't know and to bring them down, it's like, who peed in your coffee this morning? Like, why are you so hurt?
I love that.
To come and like bring somebody down. Like, it's okay. You don't have to say anything. And so seeing how just hurt people just really attack people on the internet has been eye-opening for me. And fortunately, I don't get that much, but I'm also like that person to not take it like, oh girl, like, I got time today. If that's what you want to do, we got time. But I don't get that often. And so I think just seeing that and seeing people, and then like wondering if it's impacting people that I truly do care about, right? So like when Kelsey gets something, or Michelle or April, like I don't know you, but I still care about you because I've learned a lot. Like, I know what your dogs' names are, your kids. I know what you like to eat. Like, you know, I know that Kelsey goes to Chipotle every week. But, because I've learned these things. And so when someone comes on and it hurts you, like, I'm just like, lady, like, get back. It's okay. Like, what's wrong with you? What happened? So just seeing like how many hurt people just try to express themselves on the internet in a very incorrect way. And then like the mental aspect or the physical aspect, I guess it's kind of both, right? So like mentally, I didn't realize how, I don't want to say jealous, like I'm not a jealous person, but I didn't realize how much I compared myself to others. So like when I see somebody lost 2 pounds this week and I'm like, I gained 0.5 ounces, I'm like, son of a biscuit, like what are they doing? What are they doing? And so I'm like going and scroll their page, like what am I not doing right? And I have to bring myself out of that a lot. And I say it to people all the time, but it's definitely different to put it on yourself and to do it, like to practice what you preach, because I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with them. Like, I've never cared what car somebody else was driving, but when it comes to weight, apparently I do care if we're taking the same medication on the same dose and I'm not losing weight. So definitely the mental aspect for me is different. And I find that I compare myself, but that's totally okay. Like I'm imperfect. I'm not gonna, solve my problems by looking at someone else's, looking over their fence. I need to work on my own grass. So yeah. And then I think as far as relationships, like I've never known how nice I am. Like not that, like I'm always nice to people. Like I'm genuine. I like speak and I love that. But more recently people are like, oh, you're so nice. And since I was a kid, my mom has always told me you're mean. Like, because people would come over and I wouldn't say anything. I'm like, I don't know you. She'd be like, oh, you're so mean. And I'm like, and so now as an adult, like somebody told me the other day, they really liked working with me because like I'm nice and I don't talk about people and I don't do all these things. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's what my TikTok friends tell me. And like, I don't get it because I've been told the opposite, the first 18 years of my life until I moved out on my own. So I think I've learned that I do like just have a nicer side that I portray, like, not that I portray, but that like I'm more confident and open and sharing here on TikTok, which is so weird. Because I would never post these things to Facebook. So, and like Facebook friends, I've known them, I've known them a long time and I don't tell them half the things. Like they don't know my pooping regimen, right? Like, but I'm okay with sharing it with thousands of people on TikTok. I don't even know. So, but anyway.
We talk about poop way too much on here.
We do talk about poop a lot. Kind of strange. April, I was going to tell you, my old supervisor told me if you ever want to get out of a social event, just tell them you have diarrhea. No one will question it. No one will go ask you for details. Just tell them you have diarrhea. And there you go. But anyway, that's it. Those are mine. So then we're back over to Ariel for the next set of questions. The next question.
Yeah. And then it's going to switch now because that way we can keep with, if we don't get confused.
Yeah.
Okay. So knowing what you know now, would you go back and change anything about your process or journey, whatever you'd like to call it? If so, what would you change? And if not, why not?
Is it me now?
Since yes, it goes down to you.
So there is something that I would change related to sharing on here. Like my journey, I'm okay with how it's gone this entire time. Like I wouldn't change anything about that. But what I would change is that early on, I would have learned to bless, block, and release a lot sooner. And it was not a good example of that today, clearly, but I always felt like, and sometimes still feel like, I have to defend myself and explain myself and explain my choices to somebody because of a comment that they made on the internet, because they're a troll or whatever the case may be. And I had a lot of struggles early on, especially when things blow up on TikTok and you're getting so much stuff at one time, where I would be down in the dumps and like, it would just really get to me. It would really get to me mentally and emotionally. And I wouldn't block people again, because I was like, no, they said this and I have to come on here and defend myself and explain myself, because now everybody else on TikTok saw this comment. And if I don't answer it, they're going to know why. Or if I block it or delete it, somebody is going to be like, oh, she dirty deleted because I saw that and now it's gone. Like that's how my brain was. And now it's like, for the most part, aside from today. But from the most part, I'm like, I don't even have time. I'm not entertaining it. You didn't take the time to go back and look at any of my hundreds of other videos. So goodbye. Like, I'm not even going to play with that. So I wish I would have done that a lot sooner, just to save my sanity and just kind of have a nice, smooth, stress-free TikTok experience.
Okay, so for me, the one of the things that I wouldn't change and would be that I actually did, like, I went down a rabbit hole when I started like looking into Manjaro on TikTok, which I'm sure lots of people have done. So I felt like highly educated once I finally started it. Like, I already knew I was going to take it at night. I already knew I wasn't going to move up after 4 weeks if I didn't feel that that was right for me. If you are watching this and you don't already know that, that is okay. You can stay on a dose longer than 4 weeks before moving up. I knew all the things. I knew I was going to take it in my stomach and that I may need to move to the thigh if I had side effects. So I was glad that I had the information. I was one of the people who did not like take her measurements. So that is one of the things that I really wish that I would have done to have a better grasp, like on where I was at that point. One of the things, like, other than that, obviously, that I would change is honestly, I just wish I would have found out about it sooner. And I just wish I would have had that freedom and like almost met all you guys sooner. Like, I wish that would have kind of been the case and then been able to get it out into the community faster. Um, the one other thing I think I would change kind of like once I started was I did it like I like was weighing like every day, every day. And for me, mentally, like it's fine and doesn't bother me. But I think like that is also such a dangerous spot to put yourself in, is like so much on the scale. I really felt like all my victories were on the scale. And then I realized some of my favorite portions have been the non-scale victories. Like, I could not get my wedding ring off when I first started Manjaro. And now, like, this has been like my favorite. Not that I even want to take it off, but this has been like my favorite victory. So the non-scale victories is something I definitely would have wish I would pay more attention to. And honestly, I feel like they're better than the scale victories. So just weighing myself, not so much, you know, taking my measurements, and non-scale victories. Those are the things I wish I would pay more attention to and gave more like credit to. Michelle?
Hey. Sorry, my neighbor's dog's like really loud and barking, and I'm like, it sounds like there's a door open, but there's not, so apologize. So mine are related to more to my journey and not so much TikTok, but one, I definitely had the mindset of like moving up in dose really fast. So I stayed on, 2.5 for 4 weeks, 5 milligrams for 4 weeks. And I felt I'm lucky that I've never had really any side effects on this medication. I've never had extreme appetite restriction. So it worked out well for me, where I tolerated the medicine really well, went up easily really well. And I kind of had that mindset, even though I knew people were staying on doses longer. I just felt like I really want this to work and I want this to work fast. And I would, in the beginning, I would notice that maybe the appetite restriction wouldn't be so strong, maybe after week 2 or 3. And I thought, oh, this isn't working for me anymore. And what I've learned and what I always tell people is that you can have a different effect on the same dose week by week. Like, I will have a week where I feel really strong, EFAX, and then the next week it's not strong. And then the next week it is, and it's all on the same dose. So just because you have a week where you're feeling like it's not working, that doesn't mean next week it's going to keep feeling like that. And I think that people don't necessarily realize that. So I think I would have tried to stay on doses a little bit longer. I've been on 12.5 now. I'm going on my 4th month, or starting my 4th month. So finally staying put, because I can't really go up much more than where I'm at now. And, I definitely want to prolong that. The other one would be like taking really good before pictures. I have a lot of good pictures of my body from, I did 75 hard about a year ago, and I had to take a picture every day for that. And so I have a lot of good pictures of that, but I didn't take a lot of pictures like right before I started Mounjaro. So I wish I took more pictures of that exact moment in time, even though I weighed essentially the same. I gained all the weight back I lost on 75 hard. So those would be the two things. And then, yeah, I guess I would say like measurements like you, Sabrina. I didn't take measurements until I was maybe a month or two in, maybe 2 months in. Everyone was talking about the Renfro tape measure, so I bought one and did it then. So I wish I had those measurements as well, because at times when I'm not seeing the scale progress, I definitely know that there's probably inches being lost, and I think it could have given me more peace of mind. But yeah, those are mine.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Would I go back and change anything? I don't think so. And the reason why I say this is because everything I've done has brought me to this moment right here, right? Like, I'm on the screen with 5 beautiful women who are amazing and who are positive. And literally everything I've done up until this point has landed me here with this journey. And so I don't think I would change anything. I'm losing the way I'm supposed to be losing. If it was meant to lose more, if I was meant to lose more, I would be. 20 pounds is a lot. And yeah, I don't think I would change anything. I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy.
My turn? Okay. I'm kind of in the same boat. Right before this journey, I was really, really struggling with mental health. I had really worked hard to kind of love myself, but I just still wasn't feeling happy because I was eating unhealthy. I was not getting answers from doctors, so that would make me want to eat unhealthy even more because people were ignoring me. I wasn't getting any answers, so I just kind of gave up. And I ended up getting hurt in Las Vegas. I sprained my ankle, ended up with flu A and an ear infection all at the same time. But the amount of weight I knew I was having to apply to my ankle while sick and the slow time it took me to heal, I was like, I bet my weight has something to do with how my body's also healing and how I'm treating my body. It's not healing the way it should be. And for me, that was kind of a wake-up call that I needed to search out a doctor who would listen to me. And that's what I finally did in July. And it really, overall, it became a, yes, I loved myself, but now I'm appreciating myself journey. And I feel like I went from really kind of a low spot to, a really dark place to really, really happy. So I'm just happy with this journey. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with how much I care about my kids and my husband, that I can join in with them on things now. That I can go on vacations and not be scared that I can't participate in things due to weight. Sorry. We went on a cruise like last month. I wasn't scared that I couldn't do the slides because of my weight. It was such a freeing feeling. So I'm grateful for everything I've experienced. I don't think I'd change a thing because I'm so happy now. Sorry. Good day.
That was beautiful.
I love that. It's okay to cry. Trust me, we cry all the time on our panels.
We do. Sabrina, I meant to say, I don't know if you know, but we can't see you.
You can't see me?
No.
That's weird. Okay, I'll come back in.
Okay.
Can you
I
see
thought
me now?
maybe you knew.
No.
Okay, I'll jump out. That's odd. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I think I have a similar lesson, but it's a hard one in the sense of like when it comes to before pictures and before measurements, like at my size, it's somewhat traumatizing to be able to look at that. Like even the time that I tried taking my measurements for a personal trainer before, like pre-Mounjaro at my heaviest weight, I almost spiraled because I couldn't even get the tape measure around my hips. Like, it didn't go that far. I didn't think about it. I just thought it would continue. I didn't think to see, oh, how far does it go? And that was very disheartening to have. This last time that I finally, and so then I've kind of avoided doing my measurements. Like, I do them here and there. I kind of really hate the Me360 app. It's great. It's a free resource, but it's very finicky. So it's still good if that's something that's okay for you. But I finally tried to do my measurements again recently, and I did cry when it finally fit around my hips, because I was just like, fuck, this actually happened. Like, this is like, what? Like, it's at the very end of it, but it fit. It fit, and I could keep it in the little, like, because I also have the Renfro Smart Tape, right? Who doesn't at this point? I had a pre-Mounjaro, so there you go. Anyway, but it's hard. It's hard to do that. So if anything, I think the lesson I would have is maybe having somebody write them down for me instead, and like keeping it for when I was ready to finally process that, because I do wish I had my Mounjaro, my pre-Mounjaro stuff, because I had lost at least 20 pounds from when I first started trying to get my life together again, this in 2022. But I don't have my Mounjaro ones. I have like maybe a month and a half into Mounjaro, right? So, and I'm not consistent with my measurements, and that's something I want to change moving forward, of maybe doing it once a month instead of doing not very often. But for me, especially when I don't have like a loss one week, I would like to see where my measurements are, because then that's progress and things like that. Same thing with before and after photos. Having somebody take it and just holding on to them. Don't show me, because I've seen mine. I had to send them to, again, because I was doing an online coaching thing, and I just wasn't. I kind of almost had reverse body dysmorphia for a while there, where I just couldn't see because I know my angles. I know where we go. I knew where to hide my besties, the 3 chins that I had at one point. So I knew how to do it. And so I didn't see that until I was like, nope, that's straight on. And good lighting. And I'm sad that that's how I look. Like it was really hard. So for those who are also in the same boat, where it's like that mental piece is something if that's going to harm your mental health and in the beginning, and that may hinder your progress or hinder you even starting, have somebody you trust keep that for you, and when you're ready to process it, then that's when you're ready to do it. But keep doing it and keep taking it until you're ready for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You ladies are amazing. My question, is it my turn? It's my turn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your journey in one word?
Freeing.
Freeing. You want to elaborate? You don't have to.
Okay, you said one word, so I didn't want to be like the person that like, here's one. Oh, here's my life story. No. But I mean, it's kind of like I said before. For me, this was freeing. I felt like I was locked in this stereotypical plus size prison body for so long, knowing even in my head I wouldn't try things because I was plus size. I wouldn't do things because I was plus size. I didn't want to. We went to Universal. I didn't want to try the tester seats because I didn't want people to see me trying the tester seats. Like being able to just go and do something to me is just so freeing, that I can just live my life. And I'm sad that it's that way for plus size people. It should be that way. But it was. I felt like I was in a plus size prison, and it's just, I feel like I can just go and do things without having to worry about my size anymore. And it's just, it's freeing.
That's awesome.
Love that. This was kind of hard. Again, I was a part of creating these questions, and I still was like, oh man, I forgot that this is when. I guess I would say empowering, right? Because I think it's allowed me in multiple facets of my life to finally set separate boundaries, right? Separate boundaries with people, boundaries with myself, growth in that self, but empowered me to finally take control in all aspects of my life so far, including my health, which is something that I felt like I've had no control over basically my entire life. So that's been great to have that, to finally feel like that empowerment to move forward, to be strong, to advocate for myself and advocate for others. And yeah, I guess overall empowering.
I think the word that comes up in my mind is humbling. I think that there were so many common misconceptions that I had with my body, with other people's bodies, with other people's like possibly medical reasons. that I didn't know until like getting on here. I think that, going through the process, getting from where I was to where I'm currently at, which I'm a couple pounds out from maintenance dosing. I'm sorry. I think that was super eye-opening and super humbling for me, because until you go through those things, until you've gained weight and then lost it, or like had a medical issue that like kind of impacted it, you can, and that's where the trolls, I think, honestly come in. There's no way that they can connect with people that have those kind of factors, because they've never been through it. And it's same for me, because like there are certain things that I see y'all talk about and I don't personally have to deal with, but it's so humbling to hear y'all's story. It just gives you like a more human aspect, because maybe you would have never known. Maybe you would have never known had you not been on TikTok, had you not like talked to all these women, had you not watched all the videos, you wouldn't have never known. So there was so many humbling aspects for Mounjaro and Mounjaro TikTok, for me. And I feel like it's made me a better person.
So my word is accomplished. And I came to that because I've tried all the things in the past and I've never been successful, or I couldn't stick with it for some reason, or I'd lose, a couple pounds and then it would all come back, and just the whole thing. So I never, ever, ever felt accomplished with any type of journey in the past that I try to go on to lose weight. And now I do. And this is something that I've been able to stick with for 9 months. There were so many times when I could have said, nope, I don't want to take this. It doesn't make me feel good. I've got side effects. I'm going to stop. I don't want to inject myself every week. I don't want to deal with the drama of the coupon. I could have stopped so many times, but I have continued every single week for 36 weeks. And I've seen the fruits of the labor. I've seen the progress, and it's actually staying there as opposed to everything I've done before. So now I feel like I've accomplished something, which is a really good feeling.
Love that. So I would say mine, Kelsey had done like a word of a year, and I had picked the word rebirth. And I really do feel that this year. I'm turning 40. I think things are sort of like, oh, I'm getting older, and I struggled with my weight my entire life. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm finally falling into the person that I've always wanted to be, and not just weight, but just through other things. And yeah, I feel like a new me is being born right now in this year, and I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to keep going. But yeah, that'd be mine.
Oh, again, Ariel, we wrote them, didn't even think about it.
It's like, oh yeah.
But I would have to say my word to describe this journey would be incredible. I'm going to go with incredible, just because there's like so many things that have happened, weight-wise, body-wise, friendship-wise, just all of this. And I think it's been an incredible journey that I'm happy to have been on, and that I'm blessed to be able to be on. And I can't find a negative. It's incredible. It's amazing. So yeah, that's my word. Our last question, because I know Michelle has to go to dinner. What 3 things would you tell people just starting out on their journey? Is it my turn to ask the question?
You did. So is that okay?
Yes.
No takebacks.
You make your turn, and I love it. I'm here. So my first one: do not compare yourself to others. Everybody's body responds differently to this. Everybody's body responds different to the way they eat, to what they drink. Do not compare yourself. And it's so challenging when people put in the comments, and I'm here for venting. I am. But when they're like, this isn't working for me like it's working for you, and I just don't know what to say, because I'm like, I'm sorry. It's all different. I have weeks where I, lose little. I have weeks where I lose more. Everybody has a different way that it works. So try not to compare. I know it's really hard, especially seeing everybody's journey, but just really try not to compare. My second thing I would tell somebody starting their journey, get your vitamins in and your water. Those, I start my morning every morning with my vitamins and a full thing of water. Like, it makes me feel so much better in the morning. I feel ready for my day, and I feel like it just somehow wakes me up. So vitamins and water. It also, I take a probiotic. You can talk to your doctors, but that really helps my gut health, especially with a lot of the poop issues people have had. I know that has been that and MCT oil. I don't have those issues, and I'm so happy and grateful. And if you're comfortable doing it, I really recommend taking progress photos. For me, I can look in the mirror at times and be like, oh, I still see all this loose skin. I see the lumps, I see the bumps, and I'm not happy with it. But then I look at my progress photos and I'm like, did I really look like that before? Because I thought I looked like this, or like, and I just feel like my progress photos are the way for me to have a visual in front of me going, this is where I was, this is where I am now. So if you're comfortable doing it, when you get comfortable doing it, take your progress photos. Those are my 3.
Ooh. One, I think it's just because it's kind of hard to pick 3 for me. I think my most important piece is find a way to get a mental health resource along this journey. I know that's easier said than done because counseling therapy is expensive. If that means that you find a podcast that's related to mental health and weight loss, whatever you need to find for yourself, journal for yourself, different resources to help you in the mental component of that, because I feel like we don't talk about it as often, and it's one of the most important parts of this, right? It's, again, like finding things you love about yourself. Do it every day when you wake up. Have a great day. Learn to advocate for yourself. And what does that mean? That means that you're going to, unfortunately, and that's just going to be for everything in life, but in terms of this journey, it's going to be advocating for yourself with the doctor, advocating for yourself with your insurance, or with your job for your insurance to change, or at the pharmacy, things like, there's so much in social media. If you decide to actually make a post, you're still going to have to stand up for yourself in a lot of situations, because there's just some really horrible people out there sometimes, right? So advocate for yourself. And then 3, I'm always going to come back to it, is see a nutritionist, see a dietitian. Please make sure you're eating enough for your body and your health. Those are my 3.
Okay. So I actually picked up the fast food container that I had ate from just before talking to y'all and wrote down my 3 things. We do eat fast food every now and then on Mounjaro. You just don't want it as much and you don't eat as much. So just a FYI, this is real life. So one of the main things that I started realizing when people would reach out to me and like talk to me in my lives, that I would tell people just starting their journey is, there are like 6 women here and we all have like 6 different stories, but do not just trust everything that we say or anybody else on TikTok. You, 1, should do your own research, right? Because this is an injectable medication. And 2, you need to have things like a blood panel done. You need to have seen a doctor recently. Don't just go on like a telehealth, grab this medication. You haven't seen the doctor in 4 years. Like, that's probably not healthy. Know what's going on in your body. So don't just trust us. Know what's going on in your body. That's like my main thing I would tell people. Other than obviously, you can get pregnant while on Mounjaro because it messes with your birth control. I try to say that on every live. But yes, don't just trust us. Do your own research. Talk to your doctor. Another thing, my second thing I would say would be is to kind of like, if you're early on in your journey or about to start, buy the necessary items that you may need, because they come in clutch when you have them. But if you don't, you're going to be kicking yourself. And I mean, like, yes. I mean, like the papaya enzymes, or like I always say next, I didn't say a Stanley Cup. No. So like the things for like indigestion or acid reflux, the things for nausea, electrolytes, whether it's liquid IV or I like to say Gatorade Zero. Just I had not I'd been lucky enough to be one of the ones that I didn't really deal with, like, for instance, sulfur burps. And I specifically remember watching Bees live and her talking about those drops or whatever they were, and she just keeps them in her purse. And I went to a quinceañera that weekend with my daughter, and I was miserable because those sulfur burps hit that night, and I was so nauseous, so uncomfortable. I went to the bathroom, cried, told my husband how uncomfortable I was, and I just wanted to go home. But I had to be there with my daughter. But in that moment, I kicked myself for not being prepared. So I think that's important, right? Because they're gonna hit. It's just a matter of when and how hard, right? And my third thing was something that I've been preaching a ton lately on my channel, which is injection day prep. I struggled from one dose to another. And when I was forced to move from 5 to 7.5, I took everything that we always tell people when they have this side effect or that side effect, and I like shoved it down my throat in the 48 hours before moving up to 7.5. And it was just like the gods opened up, like the heavens gates opened up, and it just like worked for me. And I've honestly not had hardly any side effects since starting 7.5, which I think I've been on like 6 weeks. I mean, my side effect is appetite suppression. Like, that's it. So I can just tell y'all that injection day prep for me was a huge game changer, like huge. So that is the main thing that I tell people when they come to my channel. Y'all, injection day prep. Like I even said, I don't want to hear it. If you're having side effects, I don't want to hear it. Injection day prep. So that's what I would tell people.
So I have to look at my notes again. But the first thing that I would tell people, there's so many things that I would tell people. So narrowing it down to 3 was very, very difficult. But the first thing is, it's not a linear process. We have to understand, you're not going to look at your scale app, your graph, and just see it go all the way down. I used to always call it those peaks and valleys, those ebbs and flows. It's going to look like this. When you get into the nitty gritty of looking at your weight and your stats, even sometimes your measurements too, if you're doing body measurements, those are going to fluctuate, and that is completely normal. A human body fluctuates in weight up to sometimes 5-6 pounds in one day, which is insane, but it can do that. So we have to remember, one, it didn't take us, a week to put on the weight, whether it was because of, binge eating, overeating, some sort of metabolic disorder, some other condition, some medications, whatever it is that caused us to be at the weight that we're at, that is causing us to take this medication. It didn't happen in a week. It's not going to come off in a week, and it's not going to come off that quickly. So you have to get comfortable and embrace the ebbs and flows, the peaks and valleys, because it's just a normal process. And that's not just Mounjaro. That's any type of weight loss. That is with bariatric surgery. That's with, just the normal dieting and exercise, going to the gym 7 days a week. They're not going to consistently lose day after day after day. There's going to be times when their weight goes up and it goes down, goes up and it goes down. And what you're looking for overall, if you're looking again at your graph, that's what I use in my app, is from start to finish, whether that's, 6 months or 6 years, you have a downward trend. But inside of that, when you look at your day-to-day, you've got the ups and downs, and it's normal. The second thing that I would recommend, and this is part of, doing your research, talking to your doctor and stuff like that, is understand what these injectable medications do, whether it's Mounjaro, which is the dual agonist, so GLP-1 and GIP. So it works differently than, say, Ozempic, Wegovy, Trulicity, who are just GLP. Understand what they do, the mechanism of action within your body, what it's doing to the different body processes, both in your gut, with your blood sugar, with insulin, and inside of your brain and your central nervous system. Get down to the nitty gritty. There's a great video on the Mounjaro website. If you actually click, there's a consumer portion of the website, and then there's a healthcare provider portion of the website. If you click the healthcare provider, there's a 13-minute long video that breaks down in very simple terms how this medication works inside of the body. And I say this for you to understand how it works, because it will make a lot more sense to you when certain things are either happening or not happening during this entire process. Why am I constipated? Why do I feel this way? Why am I not losing weight right now? Why do I have, hunger sometimes? Whatever the case may be, if you have a deeper understanding of what this medication is actually doing inside of your body, that can help you sometimes when those questions pop up, when you think it's either doing something crazy or it's not working at all. And then the third thing is be an active participant in your care with your doctor, whoever that is. If they're in person, if they are telehealth, you need to be an active participant. And I came up with that as my third option after today, because I see comments a lot just every day on my videos, but I saw a lot more today about, not really about anything, but I was just seeing a trend of, it seemed like some people were just expecting their doctor to tell them next steps or tell them this or give them this guidance. And you might have a doctor that does that, and that's fantastic. But healthcare should be, and I talk about this a lot, shared decision making. So you're having open dialogue and conversation with your provider on your wants, your desires, your goals, what's working for you, things like that. And then getting that dialogue and feedback from them, taking their suggestions, listening to what they might have to say, and kind of putting it together. It's a partnership, it's teamwork. So don't expect that everything will be handed to you from the medical community, from your healthcare provider, especially when it comes to these medications, because a lot of them still don't understand Mounjaro, and they're just like, here you go. I don't know. Have fun. Good luck. So be a very active participant in your care.
Yes.
I love all that. It's hard to follow all of that because I think a lot of you said a lot of what I was going to say, but I have my notes. My first one is about being patient. I think I see a lot of people on here, like we all do, expecting to drop a lot of weight really quickly, and they seem discouraged really fast. And so my biggest tip, biggest piece of advice is just be patient. Don't let yourself get discouraged so quickly. You have to give it time. And it's, don't rush the process. It's a process. And like you guys had said, we didn't put this weight on overnight, and you're not going to lose it overnight. And I think people tend to look at us on this app and say, oh, you've lost this much weight. I mean, I even had someone earlier today say, I don't think it's working. I've lost, I think, 20 pounds in 3 months. And I thought, that's amazing. That's 20 pounds in 3 months. I've been on it 7 months and I've lost 55 pounds. So, just be patient and be proud of yourself for your losses and for what you are doing. And we're all so different. So you can't expect to lose that quickly. The second thing is this is a tool. It's not a magic pill. And I think people forget that and also say it's not working for them. And when you kind of dig deeper, they're not using it as just the tool as it is. You do have to put in work. It's not super easy. Granted, this definitely helps, but you do have to also work at it. And I think people lose sight of that. They think, oh, I'll just take this and I'm, not seeing any change. And then the third one is about the dosing, like I said earlier, where I just sort of, was going up every month. And granted, for me, it made sense, but I do see a lot of people thinking that's what they need to do. And they're not talking to their providers at all. Or some are just relying on their providers to titrate them up. And I've had people say, hey, I've been on 2.5 for a few months. When my provider hasn't moved me up? Have you talked to them? You need to have those conversations. I also feel like I see people often moving too quickly, going up, and they'll have extreme side effects and then they'll still decide to move up. And that's where I usually see like the most serious side effects. I mean, that happened to my husband. He was experiencing some side effects on 7.5, but he decided to go up to 10. And it was unbearable. So he had to move back down. And now he's very happy at 5 and he's still on 5. So just keep that in mind. And if you are experiencing side effects, talk to your doctor, and definitely don't come on the internet and ask us. But no, you can, but talk to your doctor. Because it's when I hear things that seem really extreme to me, I don't know how to respond to it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare provider. I can only speak to my experience. So, I always recommend you talk to them. But yeah, it always concerns me when I see someone moving up after saying they're having really bad side effects. So definitely keep that in mind. That was 3.
Awesome. I love those. And I'm going to expand a little bit kind of on a few of those. So one of my first things that I'd like to tell you is don't be afraid. So many people are afraid to talk to their doctor. They're afraid to start. First of all, your doctor is a person. They're a person. They go home and get yelled at by their kids. They go home and have to change poop diapers. Like, they are human, and this is just their job. Just like you go to the office or sit at your computer, this is their job. Don't be afraid to talk to them. They're just human. So definitely, when it comes to that, know what you want, do your research, know what you're looking for, know what it does. Because, and I tell people this all the time, like when I messaged my doctor, I let her know that I wanted to change, and she was like, okay, I need to read up on it. Like, she needed to read up on it. Now, mind you, I had done my TikTok research, my actual research, reading the paper. So I knew it was something that I wanted to do. And so I definitely think that you need to do your research and go to your doctor like they are human and talk to them. Because guess what? And I tell y'all this all the time, you only have one life. They might have 200 patients, but you have one life. Do not be so afraid to stand up for yourself that eventually it costs you that one life that you have. Like, stand up for yourself. Obesity is a disease, and it will take you out if you don't treat it. So definitely treat them like they're human. Stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, and stop being afraid, because nobody's going to come do it for you. Like, I would if I could, but I can't be there, but I surely would. Also, stock pages, and it sounds weird, but go back and look at April's beginning. Like, I've been back to everybody's page and watched their first video, and I'm like, they didn't get this skinny like overnight. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't lose all this weight overnight. Go back and look at somebody's beginning video and see, like, and a lot of them, and I know especially in mine, like, you can see the uncomfortableness, you can see like just the sadness and the fatigue on my face. And so go back and look. I've been back and I've looked, and I'm like, wow, like, look at them then and then look at them now. You're like, that's amazing. And like, you're about to start that same journey. So just remember that they didn't just magically wake up and appear thin. Like, they didn't wake up like this. I mean, they woke up like beautiful, but they didn't wake up like this health wise. And then, this sounds weird, but be your own best friend. Okay. Be your own best friend. When I say that, if your best friend came to you and said, I only lost 0.5 pounds this week, you're not going to say, well, girl, that sucks, you should have did better. Like, you're not going to say that to her. You're going to be excited for her. You're going to be excited. Like, girl, that's a half a pound. Like, that's still something to be proud of. Be your own best friend. If you're not going to tell it to her or your mom or your sister, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, don't say that to yourself. You don't deserve that. Like, you deserve the best the way you give everybody else the best. And so definitely be your own best friend. Be kind to yourself and love yourself. But that's it. Those are my 3 things. So those are all our questions, ladies.
I love that. And just to really quick to expand on what you're saying, it was funny. I was talking to Kelsey yesterday, and she was saying about someone had asked a question, and we were like, go back and watch our videos on our pages. We have so many videos on this, and we've been talking about this for a long time. And yeah, I think that's great advice.
I think what do you eat question on every single video, and I've posted a few of them. So I don't want to sound mean, but it's like, can you just scroll a few videos back? Like,
yeah. So funny. Lindsay, do we both have Pelotons behind us, by the way?
Yeah.
I should get mine downstairs then.
With all the Pelotons in the background, I started looking. I'm like, I see Michelle's.
That hasn't been ridden in a very long time.
It's beautiful though. It's a great background.
So pretty. Yeah.
It is. It's like I get fit. Yeah. But it has dust on it.
Workout.
I'm not gonna lie, when I'm in my work team meetings, it looks like I'm a fit girly because I've got it right there, and I'm like,
yeah.
Hi guys.
I try to block mine with my body when I'm in a work meeting.
I'm like, yeah, it's there. Yeah. Just don't add me as a friend, because then you'll see my recent workouts.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, this was amazing. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you guys for planning. This was really fun. I really liked this.
No problem. Sorry, it's very structured. I don't know, like, that's true. I know some of them were chatty. This was very structured. That's just my personality and Ariel's personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say hi to April and Michelle, because I've never met you. I mean, we've been talking for like an hour and a half, but I've never met you guys, like, I guess in person on a live, if that makes sense, because that's how we meet in person. But I watch you guys all the time. Michelle, I stopped having to watch you because I realized I could go down a rabbit hole with you with just buying stuff. I literally have La Roche-Posay face wash because of you.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, I can't watch her.
I feel
Satan. And I'm like, not today, Satan.
I'm sorry.
And then April was just like kind of like holy grail for information for me and stuff like that. But I never met you guys on a live, and I just love you.
I don't think I mean, I've been on a live, I think, with no, I don't think I've been on live with any of you.
I've been on lives with Candace and Ariel, and then Lindsay
April,
Lou. I've never met online either, so it's like, hey,
yeah,
girl.
I feel like I know all you from TikTok, so and I've chatted with you, but not on a live. So yeah,
it's just funny because my For You page, I'll like one of your videos, Michelle, and then I swear to God, I get like 5 more, and I'm like, she's gonna think I'm literally stalking.
No, I love it. No,
all of them. She's probably getting this Lindsay, and I'm like, no, popped up. I swear.
It's probably because I'm posting that many in a row. Honestly, I get an idea and then I'm just like, oh, I just got to do it.
Michelle's video when the girl was like cooking was it like a pig or a hog?
Oh yeah.
And your face, girl. You don't know how many times I died watching that. But I also, like, as a Latino, knew what they were doing. I'm like, oh my God, that's probably so good. But your face, you're like, okay, that's enough TikTok for today.
Oh my God. I have so much fun on TikTok. It makes me so happy. I love it.
I love your videos, girl. You're funny. You can tell you do not take yourself too seriously, and that's just like everything.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love watching you guys. Thank you.
Your daughter is adorable and hilarious.
She's really funny. She's so cute. She's exactly like she's a mini me for sure. I think it's so funny. And my son looks nothing like me. Looks like my husband. So it's really weird. We have like identical kids.
My son too.
And April, I just want to tell you, I appreciate your knowledge so much. And one of my favorite things to say to people now is, if you're a rat, don't take it. Like,
I love it.
Like April said, if you're a rat, don't take it.
No. As long as you're not a rat, you're good to go.
I love that. I love that side and just that knowledge side. You
all the rat emojis.
Exactly.
Well, I remember, April from the Facebook group, she was posting her updates there, and I was like, oh, this is a nurse and she's on this medication, and then when you started sharing on TikTok, I was like, oh, April, I'm from Facebook. But I remember that too, and I was like, oh, it's so helpful to get this information from someone in the healthcare industry, and it's super valuable, and I've just learned so much myself through this whole process and through everybody else.
It was so funny for me because I saw your before and afters on the Facebook page first, April, and I just realized that it was you on TikTok. So then I was following you on TikTok, and then I started seeing your posts, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the same person.
Yeah, I would get that because every Friday, I'm not in the group anymore, but every Friday I posted it. And then people are like, oh my God, you're the girl from TikTok.
So funny because I remember seeing your post before I knew, obviously, on TikTok, and I was just like watching your Fridays, and I was like, wow, I'm so inspired. Like, you were sharing your body in that group, like a before and after, and I was like, wow, I'm like amazed that I don't think I could do that in this group. I felt anytime I even commented on something in that group, I would immediately get like, nasty people right back, and so I just kind of was like, ooh, I don't even want to post anything here. But I thought that was really inspiring of you to do that. And
I was about to ask, why aren't y'all in the Facebook group anymore? It's so supportive.
I'm still in it. I just don't go there at all. I don't.
But I don't post anymore. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah.
People in there.
I've heard you can't really put, like, it seems like there's
everything now.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard negative things about the Facebook group, so I've just avoided it altogether.
I think I joined with like 4,000 people. Like, it was pretty small, and it was really supportive at that point. And so, like, starting out, I was like, this is the community I was looking for. And then, like, one day it just like blew up to like 70,000 people, and it was like, oh snap. Okay.
I remember when I joined, it was really small, and really what it helped me was with the savings card and that process and navigating that. But I remember when I got the savings card, there was I forget what it was. I had like a question about it because something was really unclear. The way it was worded was really unclear, as we all know. And I asked a question, and I immediately got people jumping down my throat, like what an idiot I was. And I was like, okay, God forbid I ask a question. So yeah, that was it. I never posted it there again.
I saw a girl on the Facebook page get very angry at Eli Lilly or Mounjaro for not warning her that Mounjaro could affect her birth control because she just got 2 positive pregnancy tests.
I feel like they did warn us. I mean,
I think if you could find that post, you could probably find my comment in there. And everybody, they just went like, they were super supportive for one, because like, oh my God, right? Because some people deal with infertility. But then there were like people like me, like, honey, like she was just like, does Mounjaro give you false pregnancy like tests? And I'm like, honey, in the comments, your ego is pregnant. Like, and she's like, well, it would have been nice if they would have warned us. And I'm like, it's on the box.
It's actually a really good point too. It does impact if you're taking a medication that has any kind of timed release aspect to it, or it is timely in some way, it can impact that. I know somebody personally that was on an ADHD medication that Mounjaro started interacting with, and their moods and things were changing, and they had to stop Mounjaro. So it's important. I don't think a lot of people realize that.
I announce it every live now.
My doctor had me switch my levothyroxine for my thyroid to nighttime because she's like, yes, with levothyroxine, you're supposed to give yourself time before you eat. She's like, but because you have slow gastric emptying, it may say 30 minutes on the bottle, but for you, that could be 3 hours. So I recommend doing it before bed so you have a lot more time for it to process.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's not super common, or an understanding that a lot of people have.
I think a lot of people know that birth control is effective, but I don't think a lot of people understand why.
Yeah.
But it's oral birth control. So that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize it, because sometimes you're like, oh, just my birth control, I have IUD. It's like, no, it's not going to impact your IUD. But it's oral medications. But this is why it's so important to tell if your provider doesn't know that you're on birth control because you're seeing like an OBGYN for that rather than your provider, like you need to like make sure you ask, like, hey, or if you're doing telehealth and you get all your other meds from your primary care, you need to let your telehealth doctor know, like, hey, I'm taking these things, because then they can give you the warning, right? Like, if you don't tell them, then how are they supposed to know to also give you the warning? So, yeah, people are fun.
And if you want to take your levothyroxine at night, maybe talk to your doctor. I'm not a medical specialist.
Lindsay, you actually have people in the comments saying that they're on that and they had no idea.
Yeah. So that's what my doctor told me. I am not a medical specialist. I'm not giving medical advice. That is what I am doing.
It's so funny that you say that, because one of my first video I did talking about Mounjaro, I literally was like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical I said it so many times that in the comments, people were like, we get it. You're not a doctor. And I was like, so scared to talk about a medication on TikTok because I was, new. I just wanted to share my experience, but I got so many questions about the medication itself that I was like, I don't want to answer these questions. But I remember, people got annoyed by that.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not a doctor and you don't have to be. That's,
yeah.
I wouldn't trust. That's amazing. You ladies are truly amazing. I'm in the Facebook group, but I never really go in there because a lot of them have been getting pregnant and I'm like, I don't need that negative energy in my life. So I'm going to stay over here.
I saw pregnancy the other day. I was like, what's going on?
They have their own group now.
Oh, Mounjaro, like pregnancy group?
Yes.
Y'all be careful. It's contagious.
I don't want to be in that group.
I don't have a uterus, so I'm safe.
Oh,
I'm getting burned in a couple weeks, so we're good.
Take it.
Oh, man.
You ladies are amazing. And I want to say, and I think I speak for a lot of people in the comments when I say you all are truly an inspiration for some, and like you encourage people and you are so kind, even though there can be some douche canoes in the comments sometimes. We still appreciate all that you do, and please don't ever let them get to you.
Candace, you are such a sweet, wonderful light in this community, and you've always been so supportive and amazing, and I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you together. This has been so fun.
Yes, you are all. I just love y'all. Anyways, I can say that all day.
Well, I love you all too.
For every part.
Oh, I need that as a script. Okay, I gotta take a picture.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Make my heart look good.
Oh, I love it. It's so
Sitting here forever, like.
That's awesome. So I'm probably gonna hang out for a few more minutes. I don't know if you can.
Okay.
but I'm gonna be here for a couple minutes.
My in-laws are in town, so I'm gonna go have dinner with them. But this was wonderful. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
So
Michelle.
meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys officially.
I got to go take care of Lenny for a little bit because she's been off the chains. Look, she heard her name. She heard her name, so I'm going to go deal with her. But this has been fantastic. I love you guys. And I'll catch you all later.
See you later.
Bye.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm probably gonna go help with my kids too, because my poor husband like keep them quiet. But
I understand. My daughter's in there watching some on TV, and I fed her before, and she's good.
handle.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
And then there were two. Hi, bestie.
Hello. That was great.
That was really great. That was like my head hurts from smiling. I smiled.
Right? Oh my face. But hi.
Did you see Britt? She said she hit a stretch mark again.
Was it on purpose, ma'am? Are we doing another experiment?
Right. Well, I mean, we've done several of them.
Oh, yes. Jen said for you to increase your subscriber goal.
Oh, I don't know. Can I do that while I'm in here?
Well, I think so. It might let you.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I swear it wasn't. No, you're fine, Britt. I'm giving you a hard time.
There we go. I did it.
Oh.
Yes, Britt. Are you going to come on? I have put my phone.
Yeah, say come on.
Is your phone charged, girl?
Right.
Aw. You subscribe to me?
Ah.
I didn't see it. I did. Yeah,
Did you?
sweet. I did. And see?
Is it? Yeah, I did. It did change. Okay. I see it over here.
Oh, you followed us. I think you mean you followed us.
Oh.
And if you didn't pay, you didn't subscribe. So subscribe is paying to help support your favorite creators. And then following, that's a good way to help support us as well.
And that's free 99. And thank you for doing so.
It is.
Thank you, Sandy. Sandy, are you free? Do you want to chat?
What's up, hoes?
I
I got a PP. Give me 1 second.
Okay. If you didn't pay, you didn't. Oh.
I was so honored. So honored.
This group takes all of my bank account. I know, Melissa. Same. Me too. And I love, so my love, like one of my love languages is like gifting. So that's what I do a lot. Hey. I love being able to do that in people's lives. I think it's so fun.
Me too. And to see their facial reaction, I love to see that. It's definitely a blast.
I'm still making my way through snacks, guys. I promise. I'm going to meet goal today.
Yes, you are.
Oh, babe, I was just about to say that. I was like praying what you ate.
I made a bomb chicken quesadilla.
Ooh. See, that just sounds so good. I bought a chicken pot pie because it just sounded so good. And I wanted something that was like high calorie, right? Because I barely made it through a burrito bowl at lunch because I had a fast all morning for labs.
Hey,
So I'm trying to play catch up. Hey, Sandy!
Hi, guys.
I miss you.
Where'd Sabrina go?
Y'all.
Sabrina just disappears.
Why'd she go?
I don't know.
It's happened a couple times.
It might be your internet. Ooh, bell pepper top nachos. I don't know why I was going to say tacos. That sounds so good. Ooh, I'm so happy you loved it. I love the ratio yogurts. Those are so good.
I'm not
Sandy.
naked. I promise. I'm wearing a
You're
shirt.
right. How are you, hon? Or not?
She said, "How are you?" Sandy.
What happened? I'm not naked. I promise. I'm wearing a shirt.
Girl, Sandy said she getting skinny, babe. Y'all
I'm
finna
not
see what y'all
naked.
We
finna
didn't
see.
even say that. I asked you, how are you?
No, I know, but I was like, to think I'm gonna violate live. Like I'm not. I promise.
We see
Let's put the sweater on.
Do you have yours as well, Candace? Mine's in your Stanley.
Oh, I didn't use it yet. I haven't used it. So I had this look, and I didn't want to do it while I was on live because Liquid IV makes me go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna wait. Otherwise, I won't go.
Girl, it's Melissa talking about, is that Sir John? Girl, that's him getting on my nerves.
None of them.
They said, hey, Sir John. Mir said, what about Sir Miracle? Oh, he's so aggravating.
Oh, hi, Sir Miracle.
Hey, Miracle.
Candace said, they said, hi, Sir Miracle. Girl, he's like, hey, what's up? He's so
That's how
aggravating.
you're not freezing, Sandy.
Huh? I'm not right now because I've been under my blanket for like ever.
We're waiting for one to see if they get on you right now.
Yay.
Well, let's see if they get
Tiffany, I haven't gotten my wax yet, if that's what you're talking about. She said, come on, spill the tea about the spa trip. We waiting. No, I go Sunday. I'm so ashamed.
Why?
Why are you
Girl,
ashamed?
it's a coot. I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
No shame. No
She
shame.
thinks 20 of
I
them a day.
know. I am such a, like, bro, when I was younger, this lady told me that I had a sparkle in my eye, right? And she was like, oh, you have a twinkle in your eye. And I went to my mom frantic because I thought I had something on my face. And I was like, she said I had a sparkle in my eye. Like, I'm a very shame person, especially when it comes to stuff like that. Which you probably can't tell because I'm wild. But I'm very shame, right? So, yeah, people didn't know that I pooped until I was probably like 16, 17 years old. I swear. I didn't let no one know. Like, I was like, Mama, I'm going to use the bathroom. I don't tell nobody I'm going to poop. I was so embarrassed.
I
But now I'm a
don't
poopy
believe that.
princess.
You're the
I know.
poopy princess.
I'm the poopy princess, right? I swear, nobody knew. My mom, I was like, don't tell them I'm going to Dookie. Don't tell nobody. And I'm like, if they just ask where I'm at, just tell them I went to the back. I swear, I was so ashamed. Girl, oh, not me saying Dookie on live. Cut it out. But girl, yeah. I mean, I'm not ashamed, but I'm shamed. It's like, oh, what's she gonna be thinking while she doing this? Like, oh my God, why she come here? You know what I mean? I'm shamed. I'm gonna do it though, because I hit 30 pounds down, baby.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
ma'am.
That was my dogs.
You're fine.
Oh, they were celebrating with me. They were celebrating. That's
Yes,
all.
they were. Jane, that's amazing. You guys are both 30 pounds down, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm
Both
so
of you.
excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Good job.
Yes. Our birthdays are on Monday. Yes.
Wait, your birthdays, Britt too?
Oh, no. Amelia.
No.
Oh yeah, I was talking to her last night. We were DMing through Facebook, and she said because she lives here in Vegas, and I was like, she was like, we should hang out, and I was like, yeah, but not this week because my hubby's home on Monday, and she's like, it's okay, my birthday's on Monday, and I was like, oh, you're like Ariel, thick fit Diosa. She's like, oh,
Wait, am I saying her name wrong? I said Amelia, but is it Amelia?
it's Amelia, but
Okay,
I'm pretty sure she's okay with Amelia.
I just didn't. I was like, wait, I don't remember if I said it right.
So yeah, she lives here. We'll be doing a coffee date.
Yeah, we can celebrate on live. I don't know. What do I have on Monday? I think I'm fine.
Yes,
I've moved my eyelash
on
appointment.
live.
I've moved my eyelash appointment. I don't know how many times because I keep forgetting I have other things to do that are already planned. So I'm gonna go get them done on Monday.
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. You still get to do your birthday gift.
Yes.
Awesome.
I've been buying a lot of stuff, so it's not like I haven't been gifting myself things.
Love that. The new Stanley and all.
Yes. I'm going to show you all my other thing that I got. So
I want to lay on those pillows.
They're so comfy.
They look so
Sorry. I just had boobs all up in your thing.
So it was Layla. It was alive and it was amazing and you missed it. Now we're just chatting, so you can chat too.
It was so amazing. That was so like perfect.
Sorry. So I'm gonna start putting up my decor stuff, but these are some of the printables. Oh, let me see. Can it? It's not gonna let me, and it's fine. This is
You
go
glow.
different. Yeah.
You glow different when you start loving yourself. Very true.
Oh, I love it.
Like that.
That's one.
Period.
No one is illegal.
On stolen land.
Very true.
Facts. Facts.
Jesus
Let's talk
Christ.
about it, right?
Matter is the minimum.
Yes.
And this one's in Spanish. It says, mi cultura corre por mis venas.
What does that mean?
Runs through my veins.
My culture pours through my veins, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you see. I was
Okay,
like,
you didn't have to translate. You know I'm bilingual. I knew what it said.
I am not bilingual, so girl, you got
But look,
Girl,
Yeah.
I'm not either. I
Well-
just seen a pretty picture. I just seen a pretty picture.
If it was French, I could have got it, but not no Spanish.
Ooh, Frank, you know how to speak French?
I took 4 years.
Oh,
I
say
took
something
2
to me.
I took 2
Say
years,
something to me,
Candace.
friend.
No, you're not gonna put me on the
Girl.
spot in front of hundreds.
Girl,
No,
Miracle
ma'am.
talking about. Miracle said, "Take your iPad out. I mean, take your AirPod out and let me hear." Girl, get him on. Dear, I told you to stop doing that.
Emily,
Y'all.
she does.
Daddy.
She throws that out every chance she gets. She bilingual.
I'm tight.
Let Anna come in and say something to her. She gonna be like, "Ooh," and then start saying something.
Oh, and I am. I'm gonna hit you with a "Hola, mi mejor amiga" every single time. Stop playing with me because I'm
Hola, mi
bilingual,
mejor
babe.
amiga.
Period. I'm already knowing. I know a little bit. Stop playing.
Heather, what happened to you last week?
Girl, I was there. DC, I have like no eyelashes left.
Oh.
No, I was like, I hope Heather doesn't DM me because I was kind of feeling like crap on Friday because my
I
shot
did
day
DM you, but it's okay.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
She's all
I'm
good.
so bad with my TikTok DMs. Like, it's all a mess. I don't know
Yeah.
how it works yet. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. It's okay.
Look, now I know where Sandy is from, and I know where she lives.
Come.
Just saying.
Yeah.
She lives in Vegas.
I had a wonderful time. It was great. It was
Good.
cold, but it was good.
It's really
Sorry.
cold.
Yeah.
I think someone asked me what AirPods I have on. I know that's completely random. I was not trying to interject, but I didn't want them to think I was ignoring them. Honestly, I don't know. I know they're not the pros. I think they're the second generations of the regular ones. So like not the long ones, but they curve, and the case is kind of chunky. So it looks like this. So I think it's either the second or third gen. I don't really know, friend. I'm so sorry. I failed you.
So Emily, I can't understand men in French. Their base is too deep for me. I can only understand women. It's weird.
Candace, did you
Ooh,
decide?
that's so fancy.
Have you come up with any ideas of what I'm gonna do for my 60 pounds loss TikTok?
Oh,
Did you see my
so-
message? As of today, 60.6.
60.6. We gotta do something.
I have to come up with a full
Congratulations.
Yes.
Girl, get you some balloons or something.
That's
You
what I'm
gotta do something big.
Get the balloons with the numbers.
Yeah.
And hold
And
up
hold it up
sexy
or something?
TikTok.
Yeah. And then put on
Okay.
like a cute dress. And like do a photo shoot.
That's amazing. Congratulations, Heather.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
How do you feel?
I feel good, girl. The last TikTok that I made, it really like opened my eyes.
Melissa's
I-
60 today too. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Congrats, Melissa. Yeah, I still feel like that other person in the photo,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but putting them side by side, I was like, oh, I can really see it now. And it just gave me that boost of confidence. And I'm trying to love myself. It's hard,
Yeah,
I
so.
it is.
But yeah, I wrote you, Candace, and I was like, so did you get any ideas?
But I don't
See,
think
I'm not the only bad one at opening DMs.
Girl, I wrote Sandy about, what was it? I think it was a order that she had placed with me. I wrote her DMs. I was like, okay, now I know Sandy. Me and Sandy are cool. So why she ignoring me is kind of crazy. I had to go into her comment section and I was like, Sandy, check your DMs, bro. Because at this point, it's getting out of hand. She was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. And I was like, okay, friend. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm new to TikTok, and like going into the DMs, like everything's together, like all of the notifications and the messages, and I'm like, where? Just the messages, like I don't see them. Like you have to scroll all the way. Yeah, it's so unorganized. So I'm very sorry to all of you. I promise I'm not ignoring nobody.
Sandy, I'm coming back in November, so
perfect. I'm there. I'm gonna give you my number so you can text me, okay?
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
So always right. Ask the question. She said, "Help, please. 3 MJ injections, 2.5, and haven't lost a pound." The first thing I'm sure all the ladies agree, 2.5 is a loading dose. So it's just to prepare your body for the 5 milligram and the actual medication. So I wouldn't stress too much about that. So
yeah.
If anybody else has anything to add, they definitely can, but it's just the loading dose.
That's what I would say. Right. Hope you're doing well. I know we chatted yesterday, so I hope things are good.
Yeah. It's a loading dose. Some people lose, some people don't.
I'd be like, ooh, no inflammation? Okay. That's what I would think personally.
But how do you feel like on your new dose? Because when I started, I just felt so amazing. I just was full of energy. Like I didn't have pain. Like I felt so good.
Hey, Kaya. How are you? Sorry. Sister Night. Tiki Fidi Diosa.
Yeah, a party people. She sounds like
Casey.
Yeah.
Yes, Kay, the stools are still coming tomorrow, but I need to figure my life out because my apartment looks like a mess right now.
What's coming tomorrow?
I bought bar stools finally, so I can actually eat at my countertop now. So they come.
You're short. How tall is your counter, and how tall are these bar stools?
Okay, they are counter height.
So you got.
So you have to jump on them?
No, they're not that.
You short.
They're not as big as the bar stools. Bar stools are taller. I sat on them. I knew I could do it, so it's fine.
Okay.
Friend, I can't wait to see that.
I might need to. You're not gonna see me get on it.
Oh yeah, no. I need a video. I need a video of it.
No.
Because she's so short. It's so funny.
I need to have like a box or something that's over here so I can rest my feet on it so I don't fall asleep. Shut up, Brandon.
That is so funny. It's funny because I'm short, but it's like you're short. That's so cute.
How tall are you, Brett?
I'm tall, first of all, but I'm 5'3", if you must know. Yeah, I'm 5'3", friend.
Thank you, Mom.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you.
What are you, 5'6", Sandy?
I'm 5'4".
Oh God! Not you laughing at me.
She's saying she's a tall girl. Like I know I'm not a tall girl.
Y'all already know I'm a tall girl, baby. Hey, check this out. Not in here. Check it out. The fact that Disney Plus is being real ghetto, and I had to pay my bill. First of all, my nephew called me talking about, can you pay the Disney Plus? You have a job. You want to put something on it? Give me something on it. So apparently it's $10.99 now, and you can't do the basic account. I can't even watch it on my TV. I had it on the basic, like my regular $7.99, whatever the basic. I'm guessing they changed the levels. I don't know. Girl, I just did it. They talking about sorry, but you can't. You have the basic account. You can't access it on this device. It's a TV. What you mean I can't access it on this device?
Wow.
Yeah, Disney Plus is really kind of showing out.
Ready to fight.
11 Bones is sick.
Well, go be me now.
Sorry.
Oh, not honest. Oh, y'all are short. Jeez Louise. Yes, Kay. Everybody is shorter than us. Melissa.
Well, you're so tall, Candace. Like you're probably like the only one in here that's that tall.
Oh, Lisa is 5'10", and Melissa Kay she's tall. Love that for us.
5'2". See, Anybody else below 5 foot like me? Please tell me.
5'6". Corbin, you're 5'6".
Oh, it's a TV.
Yeah, it's a TV. They talking about this device. Like, girl, it's not like I'm trying to watch it on my Apple Watch. Like, be for real. And now I'm pissed because Kay says she's grandfathered in with her Verizon at $699. Girl, I think I got it through T-Mobile now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They should be paying
Girl.
for it.
And I don't pay for it out my money. Lord Jesus, today is not it.
Oh, they do have a whole.
Yeah,
What?
check with your T-Mobile if you got it through them, they should be paying for it.
Girl, and I think they are, and I forgot to sign it in and register it. But no, seriously, hitting this stretch mark. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Candice. What y'all say?
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know they changed it. It's 3 plans now. It's Duo Basic with Hulu and Disney. Then it's Trio Basic with ads, Hulu, Disney, and ESPN, and then Trio Premium, no ads on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Like, girl, ads. What is this, YouTube? What are they doing?
They weren't making any money. Yeah.
They just want more money.
Yeah, they weren't.
Girl, knowing they got all these parks and clothes and movies, and now they trying to rob me blind, it's kind of crazy.
Right.
Oh, I can't mute myself on the host.
But baby, this injection, y'all, let's talk about it. It's sore. Like,
really?
whole sore. Like, touching it, it isn't bad, right? Not to the point where I'm like, oh, I need to ice it. But she's sore. But I definitely must have hit a stretch mark or something. And I swear to y'all, I looked because, last week I hit a stretch mark, right? And I was looking and I'm like, well, let me see. So I was looking and I was like, okay, good. It's in a clear spot. Mm-hmm. But when I did it, I'm like, shoot. I was like, oh, this hurts. And I was like, okay, it didn't hurt as bad. But when I looked down, I guess like the stretch mark, it was going like straight up. So I thought it was like plain skin here. No, girl, it branched off to the side a little bit and I couldn't see it. So it's yeah. So I'm like, Jesus, please take the wheel. But it's getting better. But baby, it was sore.
Is it bruised?
I'm not even No, I actually thought it was gonna be because the way that the hole was hurting. But it isn't bruised.
You know what I've noticed? Okay, I don't know if anyone else has had bruising from their injection, but if the pen makes a funky noise, I bruise. Like it makes like a double click when you push the button. I tend to bruise. So I don't know if it's because it's more aggression or if the needle's kind of cocked sideways.
This one did have a little stank on it. The sound was a little more stinkier.
Yeah.
Now that you say
it's
that.
Weird.
Because when I seen it shoot in, I was like, why did it look like that?
Ariel's laughing, but I'm serious. It is.
Yeah, it's
weird. I've noticed it because I've only bruised like 3 times and I always make sure the needle, I'm already, I hate needles already. So if it's crooked, I'm like, I'm not doing that. But, yeah, if it makes a weird noise, I tend to bruise. I don't know. Listen to your clicks, girls. And then let me know.
Let me find out. I'm going to call Eli and say I had another malfunction.
No, listen. I was just going to say, girl on here, Sacha, how do you say her name? I can never say it.
Oh,
Sacha's.
I know who you're talking about.
Sashiko.
So we don't butcher it.
You're talking about
Sashiko?
Who
you're talking about.
Yeah, she made a whole TikTok about how we were butchering her name. So I'm so sorry, girl. If
I know. That's why I was like, she told us and I completely forgot.
She said her pen did something like that for this week, and she called Eli Lilly. She did get her medication in there, but she said she was just calling Eli Lilly to tell them what happened, not to try to get a replacement because she got her medication. But she said Eli Lilly was still like, no, we're still gonna send you a box.
Yeah, it was basically like her husband did it, and she heard the click, but it didn't go in. And she was doing the back of her arm. And if he would have moved it like any second sooner, the medicine was going to shoot out. Because it ended up still going in, but it was like delayed, basically.
Ooh, yeah.
Someone said, I have a prescription trying to find out how I can get it without paying $1,000. You can try to see if your insurance covers it or maybe the savings card on the site.
Ariel, eat.
I was just going to say that.
I'm trying. But I
I've seen
kind of
that lots, girl. Eat, babe.
One bite every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
look, but here, I know it's not gonna look like much, and it's gonna kind of look gross because now it's all cold and congealed. But I did try to eat like half of the pot pie, so it's not like I
Good
didn't
job.
eat anything. It's just, you know how you want something and then it just doesn't like hit the way you wanted it to, and so you're kind of like over it. That's kind of what's happening with that too. And then I just.
You
I
want
So
also
some
are
did.
you super suppressed? Or are you just not hungry? I mean, like, are you not feeling like icky or something?
No, I did my arm this week, and so I'm kind of like,
Oh, okay.
I do feel kind of. But then I think so. Here's the other problem though, is that because I had a fast for so much of the morning, like my appointment was at 10. I didn't actually get out till like almost 12. So like it was a long. I was not expecting to be there that long, by the way.
Girl, she had a lot to say.
Yeah, well, I was with her for about an hour, and then the lab took forever because they couldn't stick me. They couldn't find my veins, and we ended up having to go on my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, all that to say, so I was already a whole meal down, and then Chipotle just like I tried eating it. I ate half, but so I'm eating. It's just I feel sick.
I hope you feel better.
No, it's good. I'm gonna take some stomach settle drops, but I'm trying to like. I know I haven't eaten enough, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
You girls want a good laugh? I have a good laugh for you.
What happened?
Yesterday, my friend goes, "Hey, I'm going out crabbing. I'm gonna have fresh crab later in the day. Like, if you want any, it's $5 a pound, whatever." And I was like, "I'm down, right?" I love crab. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I love crab. And I was like, I'm totally down. I want 3 crabs, which they're Dungeness, so they're like 2 to 3 pounds each, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get there. I have a garbage bag. I'm ready to throw the crabs in there, blah, blah, blah. They're still moving. And I was like, what's that? And he goes, fresh crab. And I said, no, I need them dead to put in a garbage bag.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, that's what fresh means. You have to take them alive.
Girl,
said,
no.
I did not bring anything. So I have a video of these crabs in my front seat just moving around. And I bought a 5-gallon bucket off of the dude for $15, even though they're like $5, because I was not even trying to mess around with crabs crawling in my car, or I was already freaked out. Their little eyes are creepy. I just want to eat it. That's all.
Oh, yeah, that's too much work.
Oh, that reminds me of that video. What was it on, like TikTok or something? And the lady tried to dump all the live crabs in the pot, and then they all started coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like trying to catch them with the tongs, and people was like, "Did you really just pick up that crab off the floor and then wash it off and put it in boiling water?" I'm like, "That's what you're concerned about?"
Okay.
It's crabs crawling around on her counter. That's what you're concerned about? Nope.
Yeah, I'd like them dead, please.
Yeah. Ooh, I see Christy's in here. Christy, I got the package.
Oh, I love it.
I got the package today.
Hey.
Thick Fits Diosa.
They're so
We gotta
comfy.
get one to say Sticky Fitty.
Sticky Fitty Diosa.
Sticky Fitty Diosa.
Yes, T. Oof.
Yeah.
I don't want my food alive when I see it. Like, it gotta be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, got to be.
Yeah.
It ended up being, I have a friend that's a fisherman, so he came over and he took care of that. But I was like, I was freaking out. They were moving in my front seat. It was weird. They were making weird noises. I was like, just get me home because this is weird. Never again will I buy fresh crab. I'm just saying that right now. I'll overpay for crab any day from here on out.
Hi, Renee.
Renee.
Bro, why am I so slow, y'all? I don't know why. I looked down, like, right? Like, I looked away and then I came back. And for some reason, I thought I was where Sandy was. And I seen her son behind her. And girl, I thought somebody was standing behind me. Oh, baby. I was shook. I was like, I'm not too.
You want to know how you're not slow? Because I don't peep if you saw me do the same thing. Like,
you're lying.
And then I did like that. And I was like,
girl, I was like, is this how it ends? This is how it ends. I done fought so hard to get this MJ approved. And this is how it ends?
You guys are tired. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Girl, hey.
Crawfish freak me out too, Kaylee. I can't do it.
Hey, Ellie.
What? Lauren, no. Lauren, go find some Miralax. Weren't you supposed to be on him for some Miralax?
Yeah. What about Wally World?
Why is Walgreens closed? Didn't she just say she said Walgreens was closed? I thought I replied to it.
Oh, Candace, I'm taking my magnesium tonight.
Your magnesium glycinate.
Glycinate. Okay. Oh, friend, they big. I'm gonna fight for my life. Okay, I'm gonna at least try. If it's too much, then I'm gonna just have to take him back and get some gummies. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to be an adult and stop playing.
What are you trying? Wait, what did I miss?
The magnesium glycinate.
In the pill form?
Is it glycinate or glycinate? Yes.
I know I say glycinate, but Candace says glycinate.
You can do it.
Girl,
Candace is a smarty. Let's go with what Candace says.
English, no.
Candace is research. She's a research babe.
There's Dr. Bourbon.
Huh?
Math and science. English, not at all.
Yeah, she's a scientist. We love it.
You can ask me what an adjective is right now, and I cannot tell you.
Oh, girl, you're lucky if I can tell you my name. Bree with the eyes are taking me out.
Ooh, I like those.
They're so
doing
freaky.
This, the Luminari nail system.
Nice.
And then I got the gel. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, Melissa said, "Do it now. We want to hold you accountable. Please stop, because I cannot gag on live."
Yeah, what time is it? You should probably be getting ready for bed soon, right? Your time?
No, it's only 9 o'clock. Chill, Sandy.
Oh, I
And
thought
it's Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday. It's time to party.
Oh, sorry. I gotta.
But yeah, so Candace, you still take fiber, right? So I need to re-up my fiber gummies.
Bless you.
Bless you, dear. So you take your 2 before bed, and then fiber and all the things. Hey, Kels.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hey, Kels.
So yeah, the 2 fiber well gummies, Ollie Pre and probiotic, and 2 magnesium glycinate.
Okay. All right, cool. I should be a poopy princess by morning. Which my magnesium citrate, I just ran out of that last night, and that, of course, had me nice and regular this morning. I was like, okay, poop, we love that. So we love you too, Kels.
Definitely.
So yeah, so I'm like, okay, if for whatever reason I'm fighting for my life to get these pills down, I'm gonna just have to rock out with my citrate, which they work good, but I just wanted to try it because my friend said the glycinate was a bomb, it was a vibe. So I wanted to try it.
I like that B thing when she likes something.
Yeah, for sure.
We're eating.
I like the gummies, Britt, because
I know.
I feel like I'm having candy at night. I do the 3 fibers, the 2 magnesiums, and it's just like I'm having a treat.
A treat, for sure. Just snacking and munching, babe.
Yeah, and it's helping me poop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try it and see how it goes.
I think the magnesium citrate ones are too sweet.
Oh, really? I'm gonna bust them down every time.
I don't enjoy them.
Same.
So what do you take now? Are you still on the mag citrate, or did you change it?
No, I am. I'm taking the pills form
The
again.
pills, okay.
Yeah, I finished the gummies and now I'm back on the pills again.
She's currently eating 5 gummies.
Love that. See, Mag 07, the pills are too big for them to not work. Like, I had to take either too many of them or on a consecutive basis. Like, when I was hearing people talk about the Mag 07, they were like, I took them one time and it got the show rolling. Girl, I took like either 2 or 3 of them. And the next morning, I was like,
nothing?
I did all this. It gave me like, I had to push it to get it to going, right? Like, the way they were telling me was like, it was just gonna happen. And I was like, girl, these are too big, and I was fighting for my life too much. for this
Yeah.
mediocre. Because at the time, that's when I was really constipated. So the Ducalac soft chews held me down for a while. But now, I don't need them. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, those are just there now for me too, because the gummy regimen just works so good.
Kay said, "Is Ariel doing arts and crafts?"
For sure.
I'm trying to put something together. I kind of wish I could just pay someone to do
She's
it.
being Bob the Builder.
I hate
We
it.
love
I
that.
kind of hate this.
Hey, Vincent, can you let the dogs go outside?
I'm
Y'all,
no
why is
good
it
at this
freezing
process.
here?
Go outside, outside. Wait, take off her thing.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna jet out. I'm gonna watch you though. I just took all my gummies. So.
All
You
right,
have a good
guys.
night, sweetheart. Thank you for hopping
Have
on
a
the
good
screen.
night.
Thank you for
Have a good
having me.
night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
How do I leave?
Oh, I have no clue.
I have no clue. Please.
Let's see. Oh, she got it.
Britt, when are you gonna try arm?
I have one shot left of the 7.5 out of this box. So I was thinking about doing it next Friday. But then I'm like, I
You
don't
know
know.
what?
Because,
No, let's wait till the. Are you gonna do another box of 7.5?
oh yeah, I'm locked in for at least 4 months.
Do it. Do it with your second box, because the first month I did 7.5 arm shot. It was too much. But this time I just did my second box. I did arm 7.5 and I'm okay now. I think the medication
Yeah.
is in my system and I don't feel like the food aversion because I couldn't eat. It was bad. But I don't know. See, Candace, she loves the arm. She does fine. But
Yeah, and
we're shorties. I don't know.
it's probably because we're short. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Because yesterday, girl, knowing that ain't got nothing to do with it. People gonna be like
I don't
on
know.
Facebook, oh, just because you're short, don't do it in your arm. Girl, they finna
That's
get
what
all
they're gonna
on
be saying
Reddit.
on
I
TikTok.
think
It's a joke. Yeah, right. Shoot.
Yeah, it's a joke. We're kidding. But yeah, because yesterday I definitely don't need to do it, right? Especially because not like I don't have side effects and I don't have any and I'm still having the appetite suppression. So that's the only reason that I haven't done it yet. Because it's like, of course I have FOMO. I want to party with my friends and doing the Dr. D arm, right? But then it's like, I don't need to. And I don't want to
if
do
you
it until I have to do it. Because if let's say I'm 3 months in, because baby, I've already have my 4 boxes of 7.5. Well, my 3. I have my one that I'm using, and then I have 3 in my boxes because I got my fills on them already. But it's like, I'm already locked in, you know what I mean? So I want to at least wait until I'm closer to the end if I have to, you know what I mean? Like where it starts to wear off, if it does, then use it and then pull out the big guns, you know?
That's kind of where I was at. Like it wasn't doing nothing for me, so I was like, let's go to the arm. And
Yeah.
it seems to be working.
I didn't.
Sorry. Go ahead. So I was gonna do my thigh again. And I was like, I'm gonna try it again. And they was like, stand up and do the inner thigh. And then I thought about it. I was like, but if I do the inner thigh and I get an injection site reaction and I walk around scratching my leg on my inner thigh, people gonna be looking at me strange. So I was
It's
like,
giving itchy cat for sure. It's gonna give the itchy cat.
nothing.
And we don't want that.
No.
That's
so I
funny.
went back to my arm.
But the
You
arm
did?
has
Okay.
been real faithful to you. It's been real good.
It has. I just wanted to try the other place. I had one more to go. Why not?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men do it all the time.
Are you also staying on 7?
Yes, ma'am. We locked in. We like this.
I think I'm gonna.
Don't nobody care you can do this.
I don't know how you can't.
I don't know either. I hate it.
That's the weird thing that you can't do. Yes, she can't do it.
I cannot. Like, nothing happens.
See, look, Nurse Rock said my right arm is the goat.
Yes, we all are on Manjaro. someone asked. Rosa asked.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't even consider doing the arm until this month, and this is my 3rd month on 10. And I was already getting to the point where I was like, oh, I'm snacking this last week. Like snacking. Like before, like today, yes, I'm snacking to just get food in, but I was like back to old habits kind of a little bit.
Okay.
Like yesterday, I definitely overate. So I was, but that may have actually helped me with losing more this week.
Yeah.
So fine. But yeah, so I did the arm, and it did kind of, like, it stung more today. So I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Girl, I did Sir John's arm, and he said his had stink on it too. He was on the phone with his dad, and I was like, did it hurt? He was like, no, it's good. And I was like, okay. And he got off the phone. I was like, bro, my stomach is hurting. He was like, nah, bro, my arm, it has stink on it. Like, it hurt. I was about to say, take it off, take it off. And I was like, boy, it was already in there. And he don't take it off, take it off.
Didn't move it yet.
Smiley, we have regimens that we do for constipation. So it's not just like a one thing. It's like multiple things. So myself, I take 2 FiberWell gummies, Olipre and probiotic, and then 2 magnesium glycinate pills at night. And then in the morning, I take half a cupful of Miralax and my Blooms. And I can poop.
She poops twice a day.
Sometimes today was one of them days.
Listen, I got a twice a day poop in today too. And I was like,
yay.
Girl, who is she?
That's like a miracle, right? When that happens, 2 in a day.
Girl, I was like, okay, not my bowels want to be my friend. But yeah, I need to re-up because I actually just ran out. But I take the fiber Metamucil gummies, and mag citrate. I'm actually about to start the mag glycinate.
No.
And then I drink, and then I do Blooms as well.
Mm-hmm. I do all that and the Blooms, same.
That was a lot of info. I got a video. All my stuff in the living room, waiting on the video.
I have a video. It's called the Candy Can't Poop. Can't Poop. And you'll see it. That's the title on the front of it. You can't poop. Go see.
I have a screw in my mouth. I'm sorry, but yeah, I do about the same thing. I take fiber gummies. I do Miralax twice a week, actually. I do Blooms every morning, and I take papaya enzymes and magnesium citrate. I need to fucking scoop.
Dang it, what was I about to say to y'all?
Can someone tell my local friends to stop calling? I'm on the phone with my MJ friend. Tell them you're busy. You're hanging out.
Okay. Like, find something else to do.
Where's B?
Girl, probably somewhere spending money.
Because she's got influencer money now.
Yeah, Target. Yeah, Target.
Girl. Dang it. What was I about to say, y'all?
I don't know.
We were talking about poop. I done forgot.
Michelle,
someone had wrote in the sorry, go ahead.
Go.
Someone had wrote in the comments and was like, what did she say? She was like, or I don't know if it was a guy or not. They was like, would you consider constipation a serious side effect or something? And I'm like, no, because it's curable. We can fix it.
With over-the-counter medication.
Yeah, or even with your doctor, because my doctor she prescribed me Linzess or whatever. And I was like, I wonder should I try that? Now I have a regimen, but it's like, what if I can just take that one thing and then I have to take all my little, you know what I mean? All my things. But then again, it's like, I don't know. You know,
is Linzess covered by your insurance? Is it something that are we gonna have to go through a
PA? Well, my husband. Okay, so I haven't met my deductible. My doctor prescribed it, so it was $1,400 out of pocket. Sick. Just to poo, you've been paid $1,400. My husband met his deductible, and he was also constipated, so his doctor prescribed him his Linzess as well. And it's $30 because he met his deductible. So I was able to get the Contilose, like lactulose or something like that. It's like a liquid that you put in your stuff. I was able to get that. Obviously, they're okay with giving me that.
Wait, she said, wait, you're telling me this constipation situation I've been having is from the MJ? Yes, babe.
Yes, ma'am. It is a
It's
side
slow
effect.
gastric
Yeah.
emptying, so it's slowing everything down.
Yep. And I will say this, though constipation is not a serious side effect because you can take medicine for it, it can become a serious
Oh, 100%.
if you don't treat it. You might end up in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, it impact like So
Yeah.
make sure you're doing all the things to keep it flowing daily or at least every other day. Otherwise you'll end up in the hospital with an enema or have somebody hand going to get
Get
Yes.
something. Yeah, and I feel when I constipated, I be feeling nauseous. Like when I in the beginning, it made me feel really nauseous because like I'm constipated and I'm trying to eat and girl, it ain't got nowhere to go. Rosa said I'm on Ozempic 1 milligram 5th week, but I haven't lost any weight. Are you a type 2 diabetic? Are you eating? Yes. Are you eating? Are you measuring? All the things.
Sorry.
I don't have that issue. I have diarrhea. Okay, Candace, you can. Oh, another Candace. Well, y'all spell y'all's names different, but so you can do Imodium AD. Helps with diarrhea. If that doesn't help, then you can probably try the Brat diet, and that kind of will reset your tummy. Okay, so she says she is type 2, Candace. Rosa, who's on Ozempic. That could be why. It's like affecting and helping your A1C first, and then you will see the weight loss will come second.
Yeah.
These two beautiful ladies at the top are type 2. So, Candace, I love the fact that you're pointing the wrong way.
Well, Twisted Smiles, I'm glad you're here.
Ariel is this way. So, it's flipped for you. It's weird. Yeah,
so
she's on this side of you. Yeah, that's the way that you have to point.
their headband.
I know, it's so weird. You're pointing at the end of my phone. the corner of my phone.
Hey, Weight Wiser. How are you?
Hey, Eric.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Eric.
Thank God it's Friday.
My closet is there. That's true. That's my closet is right there.
OMG, I have been dying the last few weeks. Suppositories have been my best friend. Yeah, friend. Definitely up your fiber. Ducalex soft chews, magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate. Those help. So you don't have to keep doing the suppositories. That may be a little less invasive.
Yeah.
Lex, I'm building a laundry hamper.
Wow, her A1C went from 12 and now it's at an 8.3. That's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. Congratulations. It's doing its job then, Rosa.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Candace said, I'm type 2 too, but I take Mounjaro 7.5, getting ready to move up to 10, and Victoza 1.8. You can take Victoza and Mounjaro together?
Isn't that another GLP?
I thought so. Hey, Kia.
Oh, Victoza.
Yeah, fiber gummies and Miralax can help. Sorry, what you say, Candace?
I said yes. It's a liraglutide.
Is it the same concept?
Yes. It's an anti-diabetic medication used to treat obesity and chronic weight management.
So maybe she rotates in like 1 week. So maybe she takes one week and like I don't know. From 175 to 120.
And weight? That's amazing. Congrats.
Yes, congratulations. But do you take both of them?
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you taking both on the same week? Like, how does that work?
Happy birthday,
Y'all
Ashton.
pray. Y'all pray for me. Today is the day I start 7.5. Oh, girl, Kia, it's gonna be beautiful.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have
It is
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be fine.
beautiful. I'm so happy I found y'all. Oh,
Found us
we're
too.
happy you found us too, friend.
Welcome to the fam, babe.
She said she takes Victoza every day and Manjaro once a week.
Can
And
you do
your
that?
doctor said that was okay?
No judgment. We're just genuinely like wondering.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me, Emily. I'm trying.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yes. Yes, mom. What? That ain't the same person, is it?
it is.
No, it's not.
It
Oh, there
is. Can't that is that is the same person, friend.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Right.
Yay, Michelle. She got 1330 calories today.
Ooh. I need a little bit more, babe, but they're still good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It was at least something.
yeah.
How long have you been I don't know if she's still in here, Candace. How long have you been on the medication?
We did, Kia. You missed it. It was a really great panel live. Like,
It was so good.
We'll post the YouTube on YouTube soon.
I gotta edit it because this part is still gonna be with it.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah.
Gotta cut it
Weight
out.
Wiser said they might be taking both because of dosages.
Yeah, Victoza comes in 1.2 and 1.8.
He was on Victoza for a while.
I promise, Lisa.
Yeah.
I said I will. I promise, Lisa. I didn't want to interrupt the other conversation.
It'll be on YouTube.
You know somebody who's on Mounjaro and Saxenda? Why though? Like, is it because of shortages? Is that what you're saying, Eric?
Victoza at least 6 in about months. Oh, you've been on it for 6 months. Do you know of any off-market places to get trizepatide? No.
No.
Nope,
Right.
it is patented, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know how
If
they
they
got
say
it
they
in
got
there.
it, I'll
Maybe
beast.
Shut up. I'm not
only
playing with
because
you.
of the shortages in lumber.
Benicio, what are you doing?
Huh?
Hey, stop it.
She said, Ariel, you're always doing construction.
I'm in a new place. What do you think? I mean, I have to do stuff like
We love it. We
eventually.
love it. It's like a
Y'all
get
wanna?
ready with me, but it's giving build with me.
Do
Do
you
you
want
do
me
your
to
injections
see
at
me
night
do
or in the
my?
morning?
She's Ariel the Builder.
And I don't at all.
Either before noon. Actually, I didn't do it today before noon. I waited till my son got home, or at night. Everybody's different. Ariel, Britt, and Sammy. I'll be calling you everybody but Britt. I'm like, B,
Girl, I'm
Britt.
used to it. Yeah, I take mine in the morning sometimes or like afternooning. Today was kind of late. It was like 5 to 6 o'clock. It was
That's
kind of
me.
late.
I do like 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, you're good. Okay,
Vyvanse will help control appetite.
no, sorry. It almost fell on me.
Yeah, I knew Vyvanse. You can do the Vyvanse just because it's not a GLP-1.
Is it a desk?
No.
Oh.
It's a coffee table?
No, y'all are you're gonna laugh at me when I tell you what it is.
It's
It's
a poop
a
squat.
it's a squatty potty. That'd be funny. No, it's a laundry hamper.
Oh,
Oh, that's what
girl, that's
Oh, cool.
awesome.
Anna said, laundry hamper. Look at
Hey,
her
she got
know.
it.
She
Yeah.
did. If we were giving away prizes, you'd win.
Right?
It's a laundry hamper.
My hand is shaking.
Twisted Smiles, we're so glad you're here.
I cheated
You guys,
earlier.
Anna said I cheated. She said it earlier. Bye, Anna. We love the honesty, though. We love the honesty.
Oh wait, what did she say? What did Kia say?
What did Kia say?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Prize.
The prize goes to.
Oh. Oh, Michelle, yeah, it went really well. I actually really like this provider. I think she was really great when responsive. So I have high hopes right now when it comes to this new provider. So it's a good one. It was a good one. She won't prescribe me 12.5 though until my lab work comes back. She wants to make sure I'm doing well and there's nothing concerning before she titrates me up. So, but I have time, so it's fine.
Has anyone, this is random, has anyone bought cookies from Chloe Bluff Cakes here on TikTok? No.
Mm-mm.
So freaking good. But I haven't since I've been on today. But they are so delicious.
Really?
Oh my God.
I just bought some cookie dough from this guy. Y'all know Keith Lee?
Yeah.
Of course, right? I love him so much.
He's
But
in
I
your
be crying. What?
he lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Girl, I thought you said he was in your live today. I said, oh, when? And why did nobody say something?
wait,
I
who
was
lives
like,
in
girl,
Vegas?
what?
Keith
Keith
Lee.
Lee.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, Cindy. Do you live
You
under the rock
told
with
me you were
Patrick?
going to tell me about that, and then you didn't, or unless you DM me and I never saw it.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Keith Lee, he is a food reviewer. Like he reviews like food and he helps like small
Oh, yeah,
businesses.
and he talks really slow like
Yeah,
that.
he be like,
Yeah, I
today
know
we're gonna rate
exactly
this
what you're talking about.
1 to 10. I bought
Yes,
this. It was $75.35.
I
Him?
told Mr.
Yeah.
B if we're going to work together, he needs to, yeah.
Yeah. So he was in a guy's live and
This
I
guy.
had just seen that Keith was on and I was like, oh, I wonder like what's going on. So I clicked it and the dude who's like a younger guy, he's like, I think he's 19. And he's like, oh my God, is it working? And he's making like cookie dough. So he's like freaking out, like, oh my God, is it working? Like, is he in? Like, is he on? Keith, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, so I'm like, oh my God, is this like one of the moments where he's kind of like making someone's life change, right? So I
Oh,
was
that's
able to watch
awesome.
it and he was talking to him. So apparently the guy struggled with an ED, opposite of most of ours, right? And he worked out a lot and all the things. And he was like trying to get to a place where, hey, Rosie, love you.
Hi, Mercy.
He was just in a place where he was trying to eat and like, you know, be healthier in a healthy way. So he wanted to make snacks but he would try to go buy like something healthy. But you know, it's like overwhelming. It's like what brand is really good and you know, whatever. So he decided to make his own brand and they come in like little packets like this. It's cookie dough and they're called Ahav. He's Jewish and that means love. So he wants people to fall in love with food because of his eating disorder. And some proceeds go to like organizations for that specific thing or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, that was so cool. So it only has like 5 ingredients in it. It's super clean. It has fiber in it, it got protein in it. So I ordered them and I was like, I wrote him and I was like, hey, you know, I think this is amazing. Like, especially someone who had an ED, but obviously on the other end of it, right? I was like, I think this is super cool and definitely, you know, gonna like if they're good, I'm definitely gonna keep buying. And I'm gonna, you know, want to review them. I said I'm not as cool as Keith, but you know, I'll definitely review them or whatever. And just tell like my friends, especially because if they're good for us, you know. And they have he has a peanut butter and chocolate chip one. Then he has a chocolate chip one, and then he has like a cinnamon oatmeal. So it's kind of like an oatmeal cookie, and but it doesn't have like the raisins and stuff in it. So I'm like, ooh, I want to try it. So I just ordered them the other day. So hopefully I get them soon. And then this is the thing. Sorry, I know this is long and stupid. Keith
Michelle.
Keith played what did Keith girl, what'd she say? I missed it.
She said, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, not that Edie.
Because I was thinking the same thing.
Oh my god, bye. I can't stand y'all. Y'all are so immature, bro. I can't. Keith was like, when he got into the live when it finally started working, he was like, "Hey, so did you ship out an order for Josh yet?" And he was like, "Josh." He's like, "You placed an order already?" So Keith had snuck under like a fake name and had placed an order. Y'all, it was just such like it was so wholesome to watch it, like to see like this dude really helping and just changing people's lives. And it was just, I don't know, it was so beautiful. And Keith had an Edie, when he was younger or whatever. He would like starve himself and stuff like that. So that's why he likes to do the food reviews and stuff like that. So I thought it was super cool, like just to kind of watch, like social media can really help people in such a huge way, you know?
Yeah.
So I was super excited, and I'm gonna be watching out for Keith's review because I'm like, please hurry up and review it so I can see.
So
But
you
yeah, I'm
ordered
gonna let y'all
some and
know.
you're just waiting for them to come in, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
so I ordered 3 of them. I actually ordered 2 at first because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like the cinnamon raisin or oatmeal, whatever, because I just don't like the things, right?
I
But I watched the dude eat it. His name's Liam. I watched him eat it, and I was like, bro, this looks so good. And he didn't put like the raisins and all the stuff in it, and I didn't care for that. So I went back and ordered it again, and he was on live, and I was like, hey, is there any way that you could like put it in the same shipping so I don't have to pay shipping twice? And he made a specific code like for me
No,
just
you
so I can
gotta
get the free
put her
shipping or whatever
thing on.
and put it
He
in the
can't
thing.
do
And I
it.
was like, oh, you're so kind. Like he's 19, he's young, like he seemed like so genuine, and it was just such a wholesome content. Like
What's his
he
name?
was really cool. His name is Liam, but his website's page is Ahav. I'll share his page too. Like just watching his reviews, they just seem so cool. Like he seems like a genuine kid.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She said, I've been summoned.
And girl, not her finally coming after she spent all that money. Because I know she was spending money.
Rosie. Ma'am, you were supposed to be in here a long time ago.
Okay.
She's watching a movie.
Oh. Okay,
Girl, you think we care about that? You think we have a life outside of us? That's kind of crazy.
I know. Like, don't you see us all here?
on TikTok.
Anna said, what, a movie and not TikTok? Exactly.
On a Friday night.
Hey, be for real.
I know I'm about to hop off in a bit. The girl is tired.
Well, the live was amazing, y'all. It was really good.
That was so amazing. I was saying in the comments before you go, like, I wish that this was around when we started, like the panels with all like the ladies that have been on it. Like, how amazing would that have been, and how awesome, and what a gift it is to all the new people that are here that are just like soaking in all this information from so many amazing women. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
who had different experiences.
Exactly.
I had texted my friend from my watch while we were in here, and I was like starting her medication. I think tomorrow. Then we were gonna have a chat, so I was like, "Hey, come in." I got her from my watch. It's like, "Hey, in here." It's like it's a lot of valuable information that could be really helpful, and maybe something I didn't think of. You know what I mean? Like she getting my like 6 other women's like we're all at the same time, or 5 other women's all at the same time. Amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Erica said, Candace, this is the first time I've joined one of your lives tonight, and I really enjoyed it, and I love your eyebrows.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I draw my eyebrows on every day.
Yeah.
You do this every day?
Draw my brows on? Yeah.
Friend, I thought you had them done. Like, what
Sometimes
is
they
it?
dark. Sometimes
Microbladed?
sometimes I need a little more arch. Sometimes I don't.
Oh my gosh. No, the fact that they look the same all the time. Girl, y'all would know that mine are different, baby. They would be some days up here, some days darker, some days
She'll be
lighter. I mean, like,
surprised one day, mad one
girl, the
day.
consistency is what's shaking me up, right? Like, girl, mine would be giving too dark one day, a little darker, a little lighter. I thought they were what is it? Is it called microbladed?
Microbladed.
Microbladed.
Yes.
Nope. I'm too
Erica
scared to
said,
get.
what products do you use?
Currently, girl, don't make me lie.
Girl, you lying is crazy.
Oh, my bones. I don't know if that's popping, but that was my knee. So, it depends on what I feel like. So I either use my Fenty, which has something on it, my Fenty pencil.
That's my favorite. I knew we were friends for a reason.
Or I'll use my Maybelline Tattoo Brow.
Ooh.
But today, it is my Revlon Color Stay.
Oh, is that a vibe?
Girl.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
That's why they be
But
different.
baby, the way Rihanna's pencil got me in the chokehold,
girl,
I don't even look at nothing else. Like, I'm gonna go and spend that $22 every single time with no hesitation. And I actually thought I was gonna hate the brush. I thought I was gonna hate it. Like when everybody was first reviewing it when it first came out, and I'm like, it's not a spoolie. What the frick is this? Like, what the frick is this? But it's growing on me.
I love the spoolies on those pencils.
Yeah, no, see, Rihanna's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Rihanna's different. It's not a spoolie. It looks
it's like a little brush.
Like you
Like
remember
an
those
eyebrow brush?
shaped brushes people used to use, like when they first came out. I was really into it for a while.
This is
right.
mine.
Yeah, see, it doesn't. It's not a spoolie on her brush. It's like how Candace said. Do you remember those brushes that had the big handle on it, and it was like a dome brush, and people was like so in love with them? You see how it looks?
Oh,
like a
how's
little
that?
toothbrush.
Do you like that?
I love it.
It's grown on me a lot, actually.
Because I kind of like the spoolie.
Yeah, it's grown on me. And Candace, when I worked at Sephora, this lady, one of the girls that worked there, she was like, you know what? She's like, I actually don't like it as much as I thought I was going to. She said, but I put concealer on it and use it to clean up around my brow because it's so dome. And I was like, okay, I tried it. It was good. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but I mean, it definitely got the job done.
Oh, girl, you better, Erica, Miss Ma'am, you better take your tail to Ulta, baby.
I said that would have been gone.
She got overwhelmed.
But
girl, listen. A lot of these people in the chat, we can give you some good ideas of what to spend and what to buy. It'll be gone very soon. Very soon.
It was
Is that when you got
time.
the Caudalie?
No, I had to order that online, but that's when I got the Lily and what is it called? The liquid. Yeah, that.
The Fenty, what is it? Fat water is. Love it.
The toner, yeah, girl. When I got that when it first came out, baby, the website. When I tell you she broke the internet trying to get that out, baby, it kept going up and down, up and down. I was like, listen, somebody get me through to the site and stop playing with me. Brittany, how is it? P50 is going, friend. So y'all can't send me some bougie skincare, right? So cool. It's good. I actually like it. I noticed a difference. I need to be consistent and use it like more, but I definitely noticed a difference. Like the next day, my face was giving baby's cheeks, right? Ooh. Baby cheeks. So yeah, it's really good.
Do a video on that. I want to see.
I actually am going to do a different one because when I did my last skincare video, I had just got it in and I already did this one. So I'm gonna do an updated one.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies. I'm about to hop off.
Bye, Candace.
I'll see y'all later. Whose channel y'all
Bye,
finna go?
everybody.
Is anyone gonna do that?
She said, "Whose channel y'all finna go to?" Girl, you know we finna be hopping around. Whoever's on.
I'm gonna finish my nails.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish building this.
Oh, Nicole, sorry.
I'm sorry, babe. I've been on.
Bye, everybody.
Girl, you
Yeah.
know TikTok probably said, "Good job, you made it on for 178 minutes." Good night, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.